Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case.
Is that correct?
Literally not true.
Oh, for Trump's sake. Dati mihi Anglican, please. I didn't ask you to interrupt me.
All right, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It was short. Been opening letters, so I'll put this away before I hurt myself. There we go. All right. It was a short weekend. Hope you had a good one. Monday is here. New week is upon us. The weekend was good to me. It was good to me. Let's see. One's there. This one's here. All right. Okay. I think I'm ready. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much. Tammy says, headed back to my back row seat. Dressed in gray. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Court should begin sometime between now and 9 o'clock, which is okay because we've got some things to talk about and things to do. So, any progress on the other bathroom? A little bit. Not a ton, but I do have a friend of mine coming over this afternoon, a contractor friend, licensed contractor, that's going to help me with some of the more complicated bits. Specifically, he doesn't know this yet, specifically electrical. I need just a little bit more guidance on the electrical, especially when it comes to hooking up to the mains. I'm a little nervous about that part. So that'll be tonight. Tonight, you know what else is tonight? Tonight is Courtroom Confidential. Our interview with Josh goes live tonight. I'm going to be there for that. That is going to be awesome. Hope you guys can join me as well. Krista G gifted a membership. Thank you very much. Kim R gifted a membership. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate that. Oh, and look at this. Tease T came in with 10 gifted memberships this morning. Wow. Tease T, thank you very much for your generosity. That is huge. That's huge. Electricity, what could go wrong? Right, that's what I'm thinking. It's probably pretty simple, right? Blue wire, black wire, white wire, green wire, they're all the same. You just connect them to the ends. 6-volt bus, congratulations, by the way. 6-volt was first in chat today, and 6-volt it's been a bit. It's been a hot minute, I guess we could say. It's been a hot minute since you've won the internet. And now you've done it again. But he's like, I need to look for my internet ownership manual. I'm not sure how to do this. I'm pretty sure 6-volt built the internet. He's got that much knowledge. Okay, so this is like this should come intuitively for you. So what connects to the router? Just any wires. Just connect all the wires and you'll be good. The internet just figures itself out. It's like self-correcting. 6-volt, congratulations, my friend. Thank you, one of our great mods. I appreciate you being willing to not just own the internet, but be here as a mod as well. Thank you. All right, let's see. I ran to the post office this morning, and you're not hesitant about electricity. How shocking. Yes, it is. That's the problem. It's shocking. I got a bunch of letters so I've got some stickers I need to send out. I've got some stickers to send out, which is good because I have a bunch of stickers. So that was good. I will get those. Hopefully, when I'm looking down today, it's not that I'm tired because I'm not. It's that I'm working on letters and stuffing envelopes and all that. So I'm listening and I'm working on the stamps. All right. Let's see. Home moves. Jayhawk Jen. A move is in your future. Hopefully it's a good one, and hope you hope everything that moves from your original house makes it to your second destination. I know sometimes that can be a problem. All right, what channel are you going to be on? We'll be on Courtroom Confidential. We can share a link when it gets closer. I might even portal to it this afternoon, just so people can click the like button and ring the bell so they get notified when it goes live. Kara says, hi. Hey, everyone. Kara, I think it's Kara Boer. Hey, everyone. I'm new here. I'm local to Bloutville, one town over. Talk amongst locals on Twitter may have possibly revealed who Evelyn's real father is. I haven't. Let's not put it in here. You can send it to me on the burner phone. We're going to wait and see if it comes out in court. I've got a burner phone if you want to send a hot tip that I won't reveal unless it gets revealed in court. Thank you, Amber, for the link. This is Courtroom Confidential. Josh Ritter is the man over there that does the interview. His whole team is amazing, though. Kai, Josh's wife, runs the show. Honestly, she's amazing. They've got 3 little kids. They're awesome. Got to hang out just a little bit with them over the past couple weeks, and they're great. They're great. I don't think you'll be disappointed by subscribing over there. All right, I will remind me, and I will portal us to Courtroom Confidential this afternoon when we're done. Hummingbird 690, welcome to the gallery. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you joining. We probably should have told you this before you joined, but you can never leave. It's a one-way door. You're here now. You're one of us. You can never go. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is going to come out in court. I think maybe not by the state, maybe more by the defense, because the defense wants to realize their job is to introduce doubt, right? They want the jury to think, but what about, and the more probable or possible names to consider, the better for the defense. So it does make sense that defense would bring that out. I'm not sure if that will work, but that's their strategy. The father's, Luke, I am your father. Let's see. Yep, you can't leave once you're here. You wouldn't want to, though, Joyce, honestly. You're amongst friends. Midlife Mania says, I almost said Mafia. Midlife Mania. I was on a road trip this weekend with my 19-year-old daughter. We were watching your stream, and now she's addicted. Awesome. Midlife Mania, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see. I think we need to do a little bit of birthdays this morning is probably what we need to get out of the way. I say that, and I don't want you to think that I don't like the birthday thing. I do. That's why we sing Happy Birthday. Trust me, if I didn't, I would not sing. But let's see. Samantha, thank you for, as if on cue, Samantha comes in. Birthdays to Sandra Beach, Brian, it's heavenly birthday, and Bandit, who's 9 today. And Bruce, 747, belated birthday. Nate and Claire. Okay, so we're going to sing to Sandra Beach, Brian, Bandit, Bruce, Nate, and Claire. You got that? Everyone ready? Here's how it works. When I say I'm going to sing, it's not really just me. We are going to sing, all of us, together. The way this works is you stand up, take a deep breath, pull your shoulders back, get ready to project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbors, warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. There it is. I found it. I found the note. All right, we're going to sing to Sandra Beach, Brian, Bandit, Bruce, Nate, and Claire. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sandra Beach, Brian, Bandit, Bruce, Nate, and Claire. Happy birthday to you. At a late ad, we have CLK. After the interlude, CLK will get your own verse. I'm feeling the groove this morning. This is good. Dancers look great. Keep it up. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear CLK. Happy birthday to you. Oh, CLK is Claire. So Claire got a double whammy. Double happy birthday. That's
Happy
funny.
birthday. You look good.
Judge Fleischer, I heard you there in the background. Wishing a little happy birthday to everybody. To everyone who is celebrating their birthday, especially Claire, because apparently we sang to you twice. To everyone who's celebrating, happy birthday. There are many wonderful days of the year, but this is your special day. And I realize there are a million places you could be, a million people you could have celebrated with, but you've chosen to be here with us. Less H in us. The privilege, the pleasure, the honor is all ours. Hopefully we can turn some of that back to you and make your day a little more specialer. You can do that first by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's house, and Andy's Grill. And the other one I can never remember. There's one more. It's not around here. That's why I don't remember. I've just never seen one of those. There's another place that does free pancakes. All right, happy birthday, everyone. We are still a few minutes away from courts. Tammys are the best, says Kaylee. They are. Oh, did you hear that drum? That means we have to all together do the drum solo. You didn't know you played the drums, but today you do. Grab your air drum sticks, sit down to your air drum set, and here we go. Beautiful. Fantabulous. Everyone's headed to Tammy's for pancakes. She makes the best pancakes. That's why. Tammy, I don't know when you volunteered, but you can never get off that list now. Tammy Dunlap said, all free pancakes at my house. Deal. One day I just might take you up on that, Tammy. We'll have to see when next time we're close enough. Bob Evans is the place that also does free pancakes, apparently. If you know what or where Bob Evans is, that's, I used to work with Bob Evans. I used to work at Fox 13 News, and one of our anchors, I think he's our morning anchor. No, he's our evening anchor, was Bob Evans. And I can't share any more stories. I do have some interesting stories about him, but I can't share any now that I've said his name. I can't share the story. I'll have to wait a period of time and then tell you a story about some unrelated, different news anchor, wink, wink, later, because I don't want to get sued. Let's see. My hubby saw my envelope I'm sending for stickers and said, Recovery Addict. And then he asked me what I'm recovering from. Had to show him your channel. Kelly, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Bob Evans in the Midwest. We have one in North Carolina. I've missed it in all my driving across this, from border to border in this state. I've missed it. Denise Feldman-Ersland, member for 25 months. Whoop, whoop. Time flies. That was a terrible whoop. Whoop. Is that better? Time flies when you're having fun. Love you, RA, and our incredible family we have here. Denise, thank you very much. One of our OGs. I think 25 months is the most we have. That's how long ago I started accepting memberships on the channel. So that's as OG can get. All right. Rona says, Brian's my dad. He would have been 84 today. Well, happy birthday to your dad. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can think of a lot of the wonderful memories you had together today. As he's not here with us to celebrate, but I'm sure he's with you in spirit and watching over you. See, Winter Desu, Winter D says, I traveled back in time this weekend and I'm watching your Letitia coverage. That is back in time. That goes quite a ways back. Bob Evans gave my husband food poisoning. It's funny because the story I have is about food, but it's not about like the Bob Evans brand of food. Kayla Newell, can we send you our address on your burner and Venmo? Yes, that works. That works. Honestly, a lot of people have sent a super chat to cover postage. So if Venmo's not an option for you, just send me your address on the burner, and if that's easier for you, I can get you an envelope and a sticker. There's the Venmo right there if you want it. I think CLK Claire is in the UK. No free pancakes. Let's see. Bangers and spam. I don't know what do you have for breakfast. You want beans on toast? Free beans on toast? That's maybe some fried tomatoes. I've had that over there a few times. All right, where are we? I don't recall. Well, first of all, we were here on Saturday. That's the important part. If you missed Saturday, you've missed a full day of court because the jury is sequestered. The judge is making use of all available time, and we are holding court on Saturdays. So we were here on Saturday, and most of what we saw on Saturday had to do with some of the lies. Well, we've done that for a couple days. The lies that Megan's told about where Evelyn was, and particularly the lies she told to police officers. And many of them happened on video. Some were not recorded because FBI doing FBI things, and some were on video. So we got to watch a lot of that, and there might be some more because I know there are like 9 or 10 charges for that. Allison Garofolo, gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Allison, for your generosity. And Francis Fitzgerald says, I got my stickers Friday. Thank you so much. I'm glad they arrived. That's key. They have to get to you for you to enjoy them. All right. Let's see. Mimi D says, so proud to be part of this community. Thank you, Ari, for everything you do. Thank you, Mimi D. I appreciate that. Thank you. Congratulations on 21 months. Another OG in the house. Okay. I had to watch Saturday afternoon on Sunday as I ended up taking the Miss 5-year-old to A&E. All good now, though. All right. Welcome, everyone. One and all. Okay. We've got some... Oh, good news. We have court watchers today. Did I mention this? I didn't say this already, right? I believe we're going to have a group of 5 court watchers led by our one and only Bug Dugger, who are going to be in court today. So we look forward to hearing from Bug Dugger, especially when it comes to jury makeup. Just a general impression from the jury. That's going to be fantastic. Oh, hang on one second. Got a call, but I don't know who it is. Hello? Hello? It's not working right. The call ended. We'll try that again. Maybe they'll call back. Yeah, so we're going to get a little bit of insight on the courtroom today. So Bug Dugger will be there in court. Oh, I got a voicemail. Oh, it was foreign. Let's see.
Welsh.
Oh, it's Welsh lady. I could tell that was Welsh lady. Welsh lady, if you're in chat, I wanted to reach out to you and didn't have a way to do that, to share with you some news, because I know, welcome. Hopefully we can connect here. The call did not come through, so do try again. Let's see. Josh says, did you watch the Judge DeSanto hearing we sent to Mod Chat over the weekend? It's a shame if you didn't. I may have it recorded. There we go. Here she is.
Call from Welsh to accept.
Hello, Welsh lady. How are you doing?
Hello, Scott, darling. How are you?
We are doing well. How are you? I need to ask, did you hear the news about Ricky Watson?
I have. Kindly you let me know.
Wonderful.
The news.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ring in and I've only just seen her message. I feel terrible that I would have liked to got too sooner, but I didn't realize I hadn't looked at my messages. But he was such a lovely man when he Scott.
He was one of the good ones. Lightened many people's days with his unique cowboy charm and his beautiful accent.
Yeah. Oh, his accent was to die for.
So is yours.
He would. I don't know at the moment, love. I think I'm more croaky, but he's. The fact that you had a Welsh accent against was it Texan?
Yes, he was from Texas.
Yeah, Texas, that's right. And just hearing him when he'd say, "Hello, my lady," and I'm not used to being addressed like that. You know, I'm normally like, all right.
Yep. It's,
How are you? How do?
I tried. He was trying to get me to learn how to do a better old person voice, like, because I tried to do that for the prank calls, and he'd call me and not tell me how I had to. It's got to sound more like. It was amazing. He was incredible. For those that weren't aware, he passed away after a very brief illness. He was with a friend who watches the show here with us, and the illness had been going around, and he went downhill really quickly and passed away, basically asleep. So
yeah, my condolences to his family, to his friends, to you and Mrs. R.A., and to chat as well. And I'd also like to say a special mention to Ayden as well. Ayden, you are in my heart. You are in my prayers.
I can tell you, to Ricky, this community meant everything. His Facebook profile picture was a picture of when he met Matthew Harris, one of our mods and friends on the channel, one of the first lawyers to join us in chat.
Yeah.
He loved this community, and he loved connecting with everyone. He loved connecting with Brandy on the 13th juror side, and he has his own emoji over there for bull butter. And he got with Ayden and did the Old Cop Ex-Con podcast with Ayden. This community really brightened his days, and he absolutely loved it, and he returned that to everybody. So he will be sorely missed.
I loved it. The one thing I'll always remember him for is that his cowboy hat, his cigar, his can, and him saying, "I'm off to water the flowers."
Yep, he's gonna go water the flowers, or feed the horses. As
and
the case
then
may
we
be.
go, don't forget the road.
Yeah. He was great.
He was. And I haven't been in chat with you either for a while. Say, how are you? Scott, you okay?
I'm doing well.
Yeah,
this community is amazing, and it's a privilege and pleasure to be part of it. So
they are. I love them all. I truly do. I'm failing them at the moment with my channel, but I'm under a lot of sickness, and I feel terrible for them. But
no, take care
they
of you.
mean the world to me.
Yep, take care of you. So, Welsh lady, thank you for checking in.
Well,
I wanted to talk to you, so thank you very much for calling. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, we'll
and
see.
you take care, all of you.
Yeah,
Love
you
you
as well.
lots, all
Love you.
of you.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, we did just sing to Ricky in January. He was, I forget how many years young he was, but I've told you guys, I'll pass on as soon as we get the information about the funeral services for Ricky. I'll pass it on to you guys, and then we can figure out how best to do something. I know several of you have expressed an interest in participating. I want to send something. Ayden's going to send something. I'm sure Brandy wants something happen. It's not possible for us to travel to the funeral, but we want to at least send something so the family knows that he had a community out here that knew and loved him. So I'll let you know once that comes up. Petrified says, love this community, 17 months. Thank you very much, Petrified. And Laney Sue, welcome to the gallery. Wonderful to have you here. Yes, it's wonderful to hear Welsh Lady again. Welsh Lady Reads on YouTube is the channel. She has the most amazing accent, and hearing her tell a story about a wonky donkey is will brighten your day. That's worth a watch. Let's see. Let's see what part of Texas. Texas is massive. Texas is massive. I don't remember the actual area he was about. I think he was about halfway between Matthew Harris and I can't tell you where they're at. Matthew Harris and Weather Watch, I think, was about where he was. Plainview? Was it Plainview? Laura says, good morning from Conroe, Texas. I have been watching, I'm trying to watch the posts for obituaries to see if it posts first in the newspaper. Because I know the family isn't like really aware of the YouTube side. So we're trying to watch for that. If you guys see an obituary for Ricky, please do let me know just as soon so we can share that with everybody. All right, we are about to get to court, so sorry about the delay here. Nothing has started yet. Let's see. Why can I not see anything? There we go. Okay, we have audio and video. Nope, no audio yet. Okay. Let's see. I was not ready for that phrase, wonky donkey. You're not ready for the book, but you'll love it. It's a fun story. A Welsh lady with her accent reading it and just cracking up. It is hilarious. All right. Several people in Texas checking in. Fort Worth, Galveston, down by the coast. Welcome. I guess we have to say my condolences to the losing team over the weekend. I realize a lot of you were cheering for the referees, and apparently they did lose the game. Which team won again? Which team won? Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations. All right, we're trying to get some more here. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Plainview, Texas is the area. Cameras are hard to operate, you know. Just getting everything adjusted first thing in the morning. There is Welsh Lady Reads channel. She is amazing. She's a great reader, and her voice, her accent is to die for. And hearing her read a children's story about a wonky donkey is the halftime show lost, apparently. I did not watch any of it. I haven't even seen any of the ads. I forgot it was Super Bowl Sunday. I don't really watch anyway, but I saw the celebration and everything. I'm just happy the NASCAR starts again this weekend. 12 ball, there's your true love with NASCAR. Chiefs fan here, no hate. Our offensive line dropped the ball literally and figuratively. Eagles creamed us. Good job, Eagles. Squidward, thanks for the respectful acknowledgement to the winning team. I know the Chiefs were going for the three-peat, right, for the quarterback. That would have been the 3 times. That's a lot to win. That's a lot to win. The seal ad for Mountain Dew was funny. I have to watch all these ads. The seal ad gave me nightmares. This is Court TV. I heard something about a G-pad. I heard something about tongue. I'm not sure. I have to see some of these. But. All right, as we get started here this morning, I forget exactly where we left off. I think the state was still questioning the witness, and we're still on direct. Loved the G-pad. The seal ad was gross. Tongue ad gave me nightmares. Uber Eats was funny. I heard the Puppy Bowl had rave reviews. I don't know who won, but let's see. The tongue was super weird. What was tongue Are they advertising tongues? What? Who does an ad for tongues? What's this, like a tongue depressor company? Dunkin' Donuts was funny. For those that they're not watching in the U.S. or not familiar with the Super Bowl, the advertising space in the Super Bowl is some of the most expensive advertising time on television. And so companies that advertise there, first of all, pay millions for a 30-second spot, and they also spend a lot of money and try to make it the best ad ever to try to catch people's attention. And the ads of the Super Bowl have sort of become a thing unto themselves. So it's no one know is Tongue a company that I don't know about? Everyone's like, the Tongue one was disgusting. Was that Jeep? Was that Mountain Dew? Who did the Tongue ad? Joe, are you a bacon or sausage lover? Yes. Yes. I prefer my sausage wrapped in bacon. Tongue was for Coffee Mate foam. Well, at least they got the message through to Katie Bug. Everyone else is just like, the Tongue one is yucky. Whatever the product was, I didn't want it. All right. Looks like our defendant, Megan Boswell, is here. I did watch... I watched the interview she did in the yellow shirt, which was, I think, right outside the sheriff's office with the news media. I watched that this morning. I think that was the one that she walked out the side door, came around and talked to the press. And hearing her talk about Evelyn in the past tense, she slipped one time and talked about her in the past tense. I'm like, ooh. That was telling for me. All right. Let's see if we can get some court audio maybe. We do have a counter today. Michelle Friesen, welcome to the gallery, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining us. You are now out of the slow mode purgatory, and you can talk as much as you want in chat. Miles, I can't show those interviews. I get hit with copyright strikes when I show them. And I realize there's a way to work around it and fight it and everything. It's a lot of work for me to handle those. So let's see. We don't have any audio yet. I'm just waiting for that to come through. Katie Bug just gifted a membership. Congratulations, Jessica. You are the winner. Let me get our label up for our counter so you guys know what we are counting. And it is objection still, although we should have counted number of delays, like breaks in court. I'm still not getting any audio. Okay, here we go. It's coming through. Wait for it.
Relevant. The trash can and the contents of the trash can.
Yes, we did.
And did you also go through the trash bags and those contents?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And without telling me what it is, did you find items that were considered relevant?
Yes, we did.
Okay. What do you do? What does law enforcement do when they find items that they consider relevant to an investigation?
We go through them systematically. We photograph them, number them, identify them by name, place them into, depending on what the item is, some type of evidentiary container, whether it's a bag, a box, something of that sort, seal it up, and then determine what are we going to do with that piece. Are we going to place it in evidence? Are we going to send it to the lab? What are we going to do next?
Thank you, Jessica and
Okay.
Amanda.
Was that done with items in this case?
Yes.
Okay. One second. Okay. And before we get into the actual evidence itself, was a determination made to send some of those items to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation lab for analysis?
Yes, we determined to send some things to the lab.
Okay. If I could have item number, 88. Going to ask that you again put gloves on before we.
Let's see if the bailiff puts gloves on as well.
1 minute.
Put yourself between this and the jury. Put it on that side.
I've got a knife. Thank you.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, if you could just quickly open that item that's been passed to you.
He's been instructed to put his chair between the jury and the item because it's not admitted yet.
Would you like me to take it out of the bag?
No, at this point, can you tell me what it is? Do you recognize it?
Yes, I recognize it.
What is it?
It is the trash can that was recovered at Muddy Creek.
Okay, and I'm asking you to speak a little bit closer into that microphone so we can catch it for the court reporter.
Want me to answer again?
Yeah, if you can answer again.
This is the trash can we found that night at Muddy Creek.
Okay, and is that the actual trash can that was found that night?
Yes.
Okay. We ask that be made exhibit number 196.
Any objections? No. Before exhibit 196.
Permission to publish to the jury, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Agent Gratz, I'm going to let you now take it out and show the jury.
Careful, cameraman.
And if you can, try to, while you're displaying that to the jury, continue to display it, but try to also speak into the microphone so we can hear. There appears to be black residue on that trash can. Can you tell the jury what that's from?
Thank you. Yes, this trash can has gone under what I would say a significant analysis at this point. This black residue is going to be from the lab in Nashville placing dust on it in order to identify any fingerprints. Further, if I can set it down, if you can take a look around the rim and see how it looks irregular, that's not the way it looked that night.
When you say irregular, are you talking about the notches that are cut out?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and you can see, there's tool marks where the lid of the trash can has been removed.
Okay, and so that is not how it looked when you took it into evidence that night?
Correct.
Okay. Are you aware of who took that off?
Yes.
Who took that off?
David Hoover at the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation lab in Nashville. He's a forensic scientist special agent.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're done with that exhibit, and I'm going to pass you.
Oh, the lid's down.
So the lid was down in the bottom of it. Norm does not use gloves. Our bailiff is not a glove guy.
Pass to the next exhibit. Same thing, if you could just open it and see if you recognize it. Okay. Do you recognize that item?
Yes, I recognize this.
Okay. And what is it?
This was a piece of gum that was removed from the inside of the trash can that I just showed you.
Okay. And was that also taken into evidence?
Yes, this was processed into evidence that night.
Okay. We ask that be made exhibit number 197, please.
197.
Pretty sure there won't be any objections to any of this evidence, even though some of it might
And
not be good
permission
for
to publish, Your Honor.
defense. It's physical evidence that was found at the scene, so it's probably all coming in.
May I please see exhibit number 18? Okay. I'm going to show you a photograph that's already been admitted into evidence. It's exhibit 18. I'm going to try to zoom in for you. Okay. Do you see, and I know that's not the best zooming in, can you show the jury what you were just referencing for the exhibit we just entered?
This is the trash can that was inside the playhouse.
Okay.
And this is the piece of gum that we removed.
Okay. I can pass you the next.
Betsy Jean, congratulations. Getting a lot of ASMR this morning.
You have that one open?
Yes, I have it open.
And are you able to recognize what that is?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What is it?
This is a black trash bag that was recovered from the trash can that night.
Okay. And was that also taken into custody and sent to the TBI lab for analysis?
Yes, this was.
Okay. If we could ask that be made exhibit number 198, please. Can I have number 18 one more time? Sorry. Permission to publish to the jury, Your Honor. You could just take it out, and you may want to stand up and show it to the jury so everyone can see it.
Those are all pieces they've cut and used and tested, and I think
Can you
drawstrings
explain to the jury why parts have been removed from the bag that you're holding? I believe you're holding up part of that.
Yes, I am. Again, similar to the trash can, this has gone or undergone significant forensic testing. You can see the powder of the residue that would have been done at the Nashville lab. There is insect debris that we found in or on this trash bag. And this is a cutout that was done at the Nashville lab.
Okay. And where was that trash bag found?
Inside of the trash can at Muddy Creek.
Okay. You can go ahead and try to put it back in, and then I'm going to show you the same exhibit number 18.
True crime, happy birthday to your father, Freddie.
Okay. Okay. Are you okay? Your Honor, the defense wants us to make, and we are not opposed to this, making the insect debris its own exhibit. 199, okay.
Drama Llama. I don't think we're seeing that picture. I don't think that was shown in court. I think it was shown initially into the jurors. The foil impression. We did see the foil that was used though, after it had been laid out straight.
Okay. So back to exhibit number, what's been previously marked as exhibit 18. Can you tell us, is that the black trash bag that you were just referencing?
Yes, that's correct. That's the bag.
Sorry, I don't think I'll need that again. Okay, sorry. Do you have that open?
Yes, it's open.
Do you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
This is a Dasani water bottle.
Okay. Where was that located?
It was with the trash that we located that night at Muddy Creek.
Okay. And did you also take that into evidence?
Yes.
And was that item sent to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation crime lab for analysis?
Yes, it was.
We'd ask that be made exhibit number 200.
Any objections? We approve.
I'm going to count this as an objection. take us up to 49. I would object to Dasani water too. I don't like it as much as Deer Park water. Not a sponsor.
Okay, to clarify, where was that water bottle found?
I don't remember if this was found in the trash can or in the bags that were with the trash can.
Okay. Just 1 minute.
So if he doesn't remember, that might be a problem admitting that to evidence. I know it's a small thing, but they need to know where it is.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, at this time, I think we're going to ask that be made Exhibit 200 for ID only.
Well, it's not a big deal, but it's just foundational for the evidence to come in.
Okay. If you could pass that to the clerk, please. What's the next?
Sorry, I'm still stuffing envelopes with stickers here. Give me a minute. Fiji water. JT Wills, I've never tried Fiji water. It's too expensive for me. Is it good? I've got a family member, that's all they'll drink, Fiji water, but distant family member. But I've never tried it. I have stickers left. I just don't know how much it costs to send a sticker to Australia. I haven't sent any stickers internationally yet. I guess I could. If somebody could tell me what a international sticker costs. International mail stamp. I know that you can buy a 10-pack of stickers if you want 10, and I think they ship for free internationally. I think so. I've got these stickers. I've got tons of them. Almost 100 left. If you send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the burner phone, I will send one out to you.
You got that open?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to identify what it is?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What is it?
In this bag here, it has sheets of aluminum foil. It
Okay.
has some sheets that are by themselves, and there's a box where I had placed some sheets inside this box at a later time.
Okay. And where was that aluminum foil recovered?
It was inside the trash can around the victim's head.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that, well, and was that taken into custody by law enforcement?
Yes.
Okay. And was that sent to the TBI crime lab for analysis?
Yes.
We'd ask that be made exhibit number 201.
Before we get to now, there's a bag and box.
Mm-hmm.
Are you separating them or are you?
Agent Gratz, can you specify why the foil is in a bag and a box?
So there's the brown paper bag. It's inside this. There are sheets of foil.
In the bag?
Yes.
Is there anything else inside the box?
As far as I know, it's not been opened. I can open it up and look. Would you like me to do that now?
Yes.
Yes, there is something inside this box.
Okay, so that bag, let me clarify, that bag was not inside the box? The bag of aluminum foil? I passed you a box.
Yes.
Okay, you opened it. What was inside the box?
There are sheets of aluminum foil in here.
Okay.
In addition to this box.
Oh, that's a separate box. I see.
Yes.
Okay, so for now, we just ask that the aluminum foil be made exhibit number 201 that was inside the bigger box.
I'm getting confused on the evidence.
Oh, I'm sorry. The aluminum foil. That. Okay, before we get to the small white box, can we have permission to publish exhibit number 201?
Yes.
Thank you. So you may need to stand. I'd just like the jury to see, for you to show them exhibit number 201, please.
Would you like me to unfold these pieces?
Oh, wow.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Agent Gratz, was it flat and folded like that when you removed the item from the victim?
No. If you can remember from the photographs, part of this was formed around Evelyn's head, and part of this was sort of still stretched out. At a later day, we pulled it all out to do the measurements in the photographs that you also saw on Saturday. And then I folded it back up for evidentiary processing purposes.
Okay. You're going to be like the record reflect. He's showing a second piece of foil at this time.
All within that same bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's two.
Yes. And we'd ask the record reflect he's showing a third piece of foil.
These are various pieces that are essentially caked together.
Okay. We'd ask the record reflect he's showing the jury smaller pieces of foil.
This is another piece that's wadded up with material.
You'll have to speak up for the microphone. Sorry.
This is another piece that's wadded up that has some material on it.
Material, what do you mean?
This is going to be a combination of human decomposition as well as trash that was in the trash can.
We approach.
This might be sustained because it needs somebody to test it to come up with that answer. But.
We'd ask the record to reflect he was holding up another smaller wadded up piece of foil.
Looks like it was overruled.
This is another small piece of foil.
Okay.
These are boxes that contain hair that was found on the floor.
That's another objection. They're objecting to him just pulling stuff out and saying what it was. He needs to be questioned with each one.
Agent Gratz, what you just showed the jury, you said that was taken from with the foil.
Yes.
Okay, and that was taken into evidence.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that be made exhibit number 202. What is it?
You asking me?
Yes.
These are
Don't show it to the jury yet, please.
These are evidentiary containers that have been sealed up. Each individually is labeled hair from full.
Okay.
I think the important part is the jury, and I believe the witness can't hear as well as we can because we have microphones. It's crucial the jury doesn't hear the
If I could
sidebars.
have exhibit 201 passed back to the clerk. Are you able to grab that white box?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask that you open it and see if you're, without showing it to the jury, and see if you can identify what is inside.
Yes, I can identify this.
Okay. What is it?
Is another piece of aluminum foil.
Okay. How many pieces of aluminum foil?
This is one piece.
Okay.
If I open it up, it may break apart.
Right.
Because it was sort of fragile or not a solid sheet.
Okay.
The way we recovered it.
Okay.
But it is one sheet.
Okay. And where was that recovered from?
This was around the head of the victim, Evelyn, inside of the trash can recovered at Muddy Creek.
Okay. And are there markings on that foil that were not performed by law enforcement?
There are markings on here that would have been done at the lab.
Okay. So that was sent to the TBI lab for analysis?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, we'd ask that be made exhibit number 203.
Objection. Full exhibit 203.
This witness did change careers after this case. I'm not sure if it was this case that caused him to do it, but he left TBI and went, or
Your Honor,
TBI
permission
or
to
FBI,
publish.
and went to private law, became a lawyer, which is what he's doing now.
All right, thank you.
I think we're very close to hearing from the SBME. Maybe today or tomorrow.
Have you, if you could open that next box that's been passed to you.
Okay, I have it open.
Okay, are you able to identify that?
I'll have to look further inside this bag.
Okay.
A lot of this evidence is stored in a paper bag so that it can dry out, and it does help eliminate the smell. This is dried.
Yes, I can
Okay.
identify this.
Okay. You said yes, you can?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
This is the outfit that the victim was wearing that night
Okay.
when she was recovered.
Okay. And is there anything else other than the outfit?
I've made one fold over and there's some insect debris inside the bag.
Okay.
This might be pretty rough.
That appears to be everything.
Okay. One moment. May I approach the witness briefly? Let me make sure. Is it in a plastic pack? Okay.
It's not in plastic. It does smell.
May we approach?
This evidence was not bagged and sealed to prevent the smell. You want to show this, but at the same time, it's not going to be good. The witness will be changing gloves after this as well. The problem is, if it smells badly, that might be prejudicial more than probative. How it smelled is not necessary for the jury to know to determine this, but that's something they'll never forget if they smell this. And it could make some people sick in the courtroom for sure. I know everyone's saying, Megan did this, they should smell it, they should see what they dealt with. It's the same smell you would get by someone who died peacefully in their sleep and wasn't found for a while. The smell is not tied to the cause of death. I think the jury needs to see the clothing, but if they could do it.
I don't remember what all I've asked you on that yet. Did you state where that was found?
Yes, this was found inside the trash can that night at Muddy Creek.
Okay, and did I ask you what it was?
I'm not sure at this point.
What is it?
This is like a fleece onesie.
Okay, and where was it found inside the trash can?
It was on the body of the victim.
Okay. Would ask that be made exhibit number 204.
Struggling.
sorry, we're going to ask for permission to publish it.
They are.
Be very careful. Try to leave it maybe on the butcher paper if you can.
Should gets rolled out of the way. Norm gets out of the way. This is rough.
Thank you.
Do you want me to fold it back up?
Yes, please. And try to maybe seal it back up into the box if you can, the best that you can after we fold it back up.
Changing gloves.
Okay, let me pass you another item. Okay, are you able to identify what is in that box?
There are several bags. Would you like me to go individually through each bag and open them?
One moment. Do you see the bag that may contain a blanket?
Yes.
Okay. Could you look at that bag, please?
I'm going to go ahead and
Yes, open it and see if you can identify what it is.
Not much space up there he's working with. That was quite leading.
I have it partially open and I can identify it.
Okay. What is it?
It is a fleece blanket.
Okay. Any other descriptive things that you can reference about that blanket? What does it look like?
So it's gray and white and has a like a running pattern through it.
Okay. And do you know where that was located?
Yes, this was inside the trash can.
Okay. And where was it located inside the trash can?
It was around the victim.
Okay. We'd ask that be made exhibit number 205.
He's struggling with the smell. Look at that.
Am I taking this out or putting it back in?
Just one moment.
The way he's breathing.
Permission to publish, Your Honor. Okay.
Candace,
yes, if you could
congratulations.
just show that to the jury, again with the same thoughts to try to be as careful as you can.
Oh, Jessica. Jessica. It's never fun when the little ones are sick. Bless you. They'll get better quickly. Norm?
It was in this bag. Okay. Is there anything else in it?
I think we're going to get a break here.
One stand, please.
There's a good chance the jury needs a break and needs some fresh air right now, and the courtroom needs some fresh air, and the witness is dying as well and needs some fresh air. But what happened? Just the two pieces of. Just point to the camera. Turn that off. Turn that off. Is the audio off? I think he said, and it is. The two pieces of evidence they just presented were the two pieces that would probably have the highest or the strongest scent associated with them. The onesie that Evelyn was wearing and the blanket that Evelyn was wrapped in. There was a lot of human decomposition fluid on both of them, and insect activity on both of them. And they were shown, unlike some of the other trials we've seen where they're sealed in plastic and can be handled directly without making contact with it. They were wrapped in butcher paper. The butcher paper and the paper bag, they're used with evidence that has moisture so that it can dry out, and it does reduce the smell. But opening that back up, there was probably, I mean, you can only do so much. So quite impactful, I'm sure. Looks like Judge is struggling as well. We'll see. I'm not sure when I'm not sure when Bug Dugger is going to, so I'm jump into the wrong camera here. When Bug Dugger is going to call in, but one of the questions I want to ask is, what was the jury's reaction to that evidence? Oh. Is Bug Dugger there? Bug Dugger is in the courtroom, yes. I think there's a group of them. I'm not sure it's family or friends. I think 5 of them were going to go and try to be in court. I haven't heard yet if they are there, but let's see. Just watching for texts. This is a tough case for sure. I can't imagine what would come next other than the ME, and it's got to be the ME here in just a bit. Let's see. Oh, DNA. Oh, yeah, we've got DNA for sure. We've got DNA and fingerprints, lab testing, and then the ME. Or do you think it would be ME first? I think you're going to have the hardest hitting evidence at the very end, just to bookend the state's presentation. You don't want to end off with like a whiff, like a simple. No, I hadn't seen Evelyn in 2 weeks. I think they would want to end with something impactful. Greeners, congratulations. Not even sure what to say. 21 months, Greeners. I saw you on the map, the viewer map, and apparently you're down near Cuba. What's going on, Greeners? But I think Amber put you down there. Mr. Fix-It, we don't follow cases like this very often. The last one we followed was for Letitia Stout for Gannon, and we probably won't follow very many in the future, but occasionally we may follow them. There are some that I feel are important. This one's one that I feel is important. They're all important, but I think this is one that has the most potential to bring about change individually in us. Didn't say that very well. Meg Osborne, it's amazing. We need mics for people, but get some butcher paper. We're breaking the sound barrier. Yes. When it comes to ASMR, courts have it in spades. Kelly, member for 8 months. Justice for baby Evelyn. Thank you. Congratulations, Kelly, on the 8-month anniversary. Amber blames Greeners for putting himself in Gitmo on the map. The map we're talking about is right here. There are 2 links before you click on them. The first link, this top one right here, that is the link where you put your information in, your name on YouTube and your general, not specific, general location. The second link is where you can view everybody's pin on the map to see, and if there's somebody you're talking to in chat, you're like, hey, I wonder where they are. You can search and it'll give you their general location so you can see how close you are. You don't know, you might have people in the same town as you. I'm happy to represent RA in Cuba. Yeah, a fun reminder. Thank you, Samantha, for this. Tonight we have an interview that we shot with Josh Ritter on his channel, Courtroom Confidential. I'd love it if you would go over there. First of all, I'd suggest you subscribe to the channel. He does a great job. Josh is a professional. He's a lawyer out of California and really experienced, very polished as far as his production goes on his live stream. It's like walking into like a big news network interview as far as how they set it up and make it look and the quality of the questions and the lighting and everything else. They do an amazing job. And we were honored to be interviewed on his show, and it's going to be airing tonight. And so I'm going to be in chat with that, and so I'll be talking in chat. We'll watch it together. I'll be cringing because I've never really watched myself on anything. I don't go back and watch the replays, so I'm not sure what I look like or sound like on the stream. But do give him a follow. He does a great job. Kimby says, I watched the first day alone because I didn't think you'd be covering. I'm glad you are. It's less traumatic with friends. It does help to be together. It really does. What is his link, please? His link is, if you scroll up a bit, Samantha posted it. This Courtroom Confidential is the name of the channel. And clicking ASMR goes to Nick Whitney. Oh, he did a lot. We are on a little bit of a break. Kathy, we presume the break is because the evidence that was just shown to the jurors was really tough to see and smell. They were the onesie that Evelyn was wearing and the blanket that Evelyn was wrapped in the entire time she was in that garbage can. And so all the decomposition that took place and the fluids and everything had saturated those two items. They were stored in butcher paper and brown paper bags, which are really good for drying it out. So evidence that's wet will dry out that way and it won't mold. If you put it in plastic, it would mold. But the problem is it doesn't eliminate the smell entirely. And they were opened and shown to the jury. So it's probably, we could tell from the witness that there was an odor, and he was actually surprised and hesitant to show them because of that, I think. Zena, welcome to the gallery. I hope I said your name right. Zinnia? I think it's Zinnia. Welcome, welcome. Sinbad, when a law is passed with the victim's name, it's a pretty important trial to watch. I knew Marcella Nicholas, Marcy's mom from Palm Sea, horrific case, yeah. And we do have a law passed in this case as well in the state of Tennessee. Where was the trash can when they found it with Evelyn in it? Dan, they found the trash can located on Evelyn's dad's property in a playhouse that was built for... No, sorry. Let me say that again. They found it on Evelyn's grandpa's property, which is Megan's dad. And the trash was located in a playhouse that was built for Megan to play in as a child. So it was basically just her playhouse that no one had been in for a long time. And a lot of the baby stuff and trash was thrown in there, and a lot of the baby clothes were thrown in the shed as well. She was just getting rid of everything. So Megan's dad's property is the right answer. The reason they found it, and yes, this was a property they searched twice. They went through first with a cadaver dog and did not find anything. And it may have been because the body was pushed down into that trash can, and then plastic bags and trash were wedged on top of it to seal, that almost made an airtight seal. They said when they pulled it out, it was as if it was like a vacuum, and that's when they could tell that there was the scent of decomposition. So it's possible the dogs did not find it the first time. It's also possible that it wasn't there the first time the dogs went through. I don't know if that's more likely. I'll have to see the time frame on that, but they didn't find it the first time they went through the property. They didn't search in the playhouse. They just sort of ran a dog through there, and nothing was disturbed on the ground. But the second time they went back, they looked specifically in the shed, found all the baby stuff, and then looked in the playhouse and found Megan. All right. Yeah, Mel, it's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. They didn't originally go into the playhouse. That's correct. They searched the area. They searched the shed because Megan's dad knew something was wrong, and wanted answers, and called the police and said it would help. I know I saw Megan's car backed up here to the shed, and he had been in there, and he's like, "There's a bunch of, baby stuff and things in there. Maybe there's a clue in there in the shed, the tool shed." And so he invited them back to the tool shed, and they said, "What about this other building?" He said, "Have at it. Look at anywhere you need to go in." And it was that second building, the playhouse, that Evelyn was found in. Welsh Lady Reads, member for 14 months. Welsh Lady, it's so great to be able to talk to you today. Thanks for the call. A very proud member, great channel, host, mods, and community. I love being a recovery addict. I love the friendships I made and make so much. Thank you, R.A. Welsh lady, thank you. Thank you very much. I've been telling people about your wonderful wonky donkey story on your channel. Lori Atkinson, welcome to the gallery. Thank you, Lori. You're out of slow mode purgatory as well, so you can chat as much as you want. Allie B from Tennessee, gifted a membership. Allie, thank you very much. We're sort of in your neck of the woods here, this trial. Lynn in South Carolina, member for 15 months, says, sending love and hugs to all. Wouldn't want to watch this trial without y'all. Lynn, thank you. Thank you very much. Wouldn't be the same without you here as well. That's why she stayed at the hotel and didn't want to go home. Big old Micah, I'm not sure if it's not packed correctly. It definitely isn't packaged with the idea of presenting it in court in mind. It was packaged more to preserve the evidence, which would be a proper thing, butcher paper, brown paper bag for any damp evidence to let it dry. Once it's dried, I would have thought it would have been then sealed up to be preserved. Kells Bells gifted a membership. Congratulations to Lisa, who's the recipient there. Josh Hutchins, look at that. You hit your year mark. 1 whole year today. Time flies when you're having fun. Love being here with you, these recovery addicts. Josh, thank you. You've definitely had a huge impact on the channel as one of our newest mods, and also one of the best people in the world at finding fun court cases to watch from little tiny courts around the country. We've got one actually that's lined up, but it's like 2.5 hours long, but it's funny. It's interesting, and I don't know, we might if we get an early day, we might watch that here. Happened yesterday. No, it happened Saturday. No, it might have happened on Friday. All right. Slow Momo says, I've submitted my location. I've requested to be placed in my city's zoo. Slow Momo. That's funny. It'll take a bit. It takes a bit for Amber to confirm everything, but we'll get you on the map. Ocelia, member for 15 months. Thank you very much, Ocelia. Thanks for the kind words. Congratulations on the 15-month anniversary. Are you saying we may swing into that courtroom to hear that case? Yeah, swing is exactly the word. It blows up at the end. Man, the very end is where it just goes off the rails. It's funny throughout, but it's... Welsh lady says, coincidentally, I mentioned Ricky in my wonky donkey story. Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Do please check out Welsh lady reads. Her version of the wonky donkey story is so good. All right, just waiting for this break to be over. I think we've got just a second here. Let me turn that off. Super T, I think all the evidence will be available to them. Yes, I think it'll all go back. And if it's kept in the box, I don't think it'll be problematic. But I'm pretty sure I'm guessing the jury doesn't want to have that opened again. Okay. The bailiff isn't wearing gloves because he doesn't touch the actual contents of what's in the envelope and bag, except for on Saturday where he did. He stuck his big old thumbprint right on a photograph, a Polaroid that was found. What's funny is the witness, Mr. Gratz, was specifically told to put on gloves to open the envelope and take the photograph out. And he took it out and he's holding it carefully and he's like, "Can you pass that? I'd like to present that." And he handed it to the bailiff and he just grabs it, just thumb right in the middle. It was funny. We slowed it down in slow motion. Would Megan have been instructed not to react to the evidence? Early on in the trial, there were times where she was sobbing. We haven't seen that lately, and that almost was limited entirely to the first day. But we could hear her crying in court initially when some of these pictures were shown. And since then, I don't want to... She either forgot to or she hasn't been affected by it. I don't know which one it is, but she hasn't really been emotional since then. And it does match a lot what we saw in the interrogation videos at the police station. There were times where she would be quite emotional, but usually it was after the questioner raised the issue of how emotional and how traumatic this must be for her, and then it would be traumatic briefly, and then it would shut off. So it goes to, I guess, how much you want to believe the witness, right? I did hear the update about Daryl Brooks, and I don't want to go into detail about it on the channel or in chat. I will say this, and I know it's not my opinion is not the popular opinion on the internet. I do not believe in jailhouse justice. I don't believe that they'll get what's coming to them in prison is right. I believe that our justice system sets a punishment, and that punishment should be the limit of what occurs, and so I'm not happy about it at all. What happened? Basically, everything you can expect might happen, including a beating. And he's got moved to a much safer facility where he's isolated from everybody. Yeah, I hear the state has responsibility. They do. But yeah, all the things happened. So the point is, those things happen to people who might be in for a very short time for something that might is practically accidental, like a manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. Those same jailhouse justice events can occur to them, and as well as Daryl Brooks, who was more on the extreme side. Looks like the judge is coming back here. Let's get ready for return to court. Allie B, we have not had, it's funny because we've got Allie B in Tennessee and we have Allie B. We have not had the ME yet, that we're still expecting that. We also haven't had fingerprints or DNA. So the lab work has to come in, and probably will come in soon, but I don't think we have much more other than that. Thank you for those who have clicked the like button. We are at 981 likes. We do like to hit the 1,000 mark with each live stream. I'm not sure if that's it does anything specifically when we hit that mark for YouTube, but it is an indication that we're doing something right. So if you do like it, please do click that. Hopefully we hear from Bug Dugger shortly today, because I have questions, especially about the jury's reaction to some of the evidence that was just presented by Mr. Gratz. I'm not sure if her mom's going to be brought in. I'm not sure if that will just complicate things. Aunt Toots, we have started. We're just on a break right now, so you've missed some pretty tough evidence, physical evidence found around Evelyn's body. Specifically, the foil was presented in court. I know we saw pictures previously, but the foil was presented, so you could get the scale, the actual size of the foil, and the number of sheets that was presented, as well as the clothing, the blanket that she was wrapped in, and the onesie she was wearing. That's all come in. The garbage bag that was placed on top of her. All that has come in today through this witness who was there at the time she was found. Carolyn McDonald, member of her 7 months, says, always happy to be here. We don't see trials in the UK. Maybe that'll change, Carolyn. I'm hoping it does, because I'd love to see some trials that happen in the UK. Not that there's no specific case, but I'd love to see, just from a historical perspective, because a lot of what we do in the American system comes from England. Obviously, that's, with the history in mind. But I'd like to see the two side by side, how they work. Went to watch the Scottish grandma reading Wonky Donkey. Hilarious. She's Welsh, but yes, she is fabulous. Or there's a Scottish grandma one reading as well. Welsh Lady Reads is Welsh, but I think you might be talking about a different video. Yeah, the only way you can watch is if you commit crimes. Don't do that. It's not worth it. No. When will America bring back judicial wigs? I don't think that's going to happen, Greeners. I'm not seeing that. UK, you can see the sentencing only. This is not a dumb question, Kathy. It's a great one. I appreciate you asking. Recovery Addict comes from a couple things. First of all, the channel was named that because I was addicted to recovering artifacts from the ground. This was a metal detecting channel before it was a true crime channel. I love metal detecting, finding old coins, rings, jewelry, little bits off a tractor. I just love going out and finding stuff in the ground. And I've loved that since I was a kid. It also has another meaning because I had an addiction to video gaming. I have an addiction to video gaming. There was a time in my life where video games were taking over. I was not eating right. I was not sleeping right. I was not spending any time with my family. I nearly lost all of those things, including my health, and through some great support, including a wonderful wife, we're able to get balance back in my life. And so we support those on the path to sobriety, no matter what the addiction is that they're working on. Addiction is a real thing, and so I am the recovery addict. My addiction story is a little different than what you might think when you think of addiction, but it's my story, and it's pretty real for me. so we keep that name here. All right. Yeah, the original reading of Wonky Donkey was a Scottish Gran about 7 years ago. That's hilarious as well. I was the original Leroy Jenkins. This is a reference to the game I played. It's World of Warcraft, but that's basically a meme from that game. Did you ever find anything about? Yes, as a matter of fact, yesterday I was just talking with a little boy who was with me when I found a $5 gold coin that belonged to his great uncle that had been lost for 75 years. So I think that's the most valuable thing I found. I think it's, to collectors, it might be worth a couple thousand. But a $5 gold coin minted from New Orleans, that was a lot of fun to find. I'll never find another one of those, I'm sure. It was fun. We were looking at pictures back in the day. It was fun. The funny part, the story, since we have just a second about that gold coin, is I had metal detected this family's property, this farm, all day, and it was blazing hot, tons of humidity, and I had found like 2 pennies, and they were both modern, just nails and nothing else. And I'm just drenched in sweat, so that all the dirt is like caked to me with mud. I'm like the dirtiest I've ever been metal detecting. And I've given it my all. I'm like, these kids wanted to find treasure on their property. I've brought my other metal detectors, so they're using them and I'm digging up every signal they can find. I've been running all over the place, and nothing. And as I'm loading the car to leave, they're like, well, it was a good try, Too bad, they couldn't find that gold coin the Uncle so-and-so lost. I'm like, what? What gold coin? And they're like, yeah, when he was growing up, he stole a gold coin from his mom's jewelry box and lost it. I'm like, where did that happen? Was that here? They're like, no, it was down around the corner, just like a quarter mile away. I'm like, you never found the coin? And they said no. And said, do you still have access to the property? Yeah, Aunt so-and-so owns it now. Like, can we call her? And I went straight from there to that property. It took about half an hour, and we found the coin. And when you detect as much as I do, I can tell you that the metal detector speaks to you, right? It sounds like just beeps and whistles, but over time you can tell the quality of signals and the type of signal based on the type of material and the shape and things like that. And once you get a couple hundred hours of listening to just beeping and then confirmation after digging up what it was, as soon as I went over the coin, I knew it was the gold coin. The tone it gave, the steadiness of the signal, it just rang clear as a bell. It was just like, and I told them, I said, this is it. And so I dug a big hole around it. And even though I knew it was there and I wanted to dig it up myself, this little kid who had been following me around with a metal detector and just trying to find stuff all morning, I gave him what's called a pinpointer, which is like a handheld metal detector. And I dug a big clump of dirt out and let him actually find the coin in that plug. And then as soon as he found it, I'm like, okay, don't touch. I need a couple pictures. So I got it in situ with the imprint of the eagle on the dirt next to it and everything. It was a blast. But they kept the coin, and they were able to actually return the coin to the uncle who had lost it 75 years before, which is funny because he had stolen it. And so I guess sometimes it does pay to do bad things, but so it's a great story. Allie B from Tennessee, y'all, my cousin lives about 15 minutes from this place, and I said I could come stay with her and go to trial, but I don't think my heart can handle it. Yeah, this is a tough one to deal with that way. Let's see, thimbles are my favorite. I have only found one thimble, Wheeler, and 925 has to do with silver in your name. That's the sterling silver is 92.5% pure. The only symbol I have found came from a Monopoly game. It was the thimble from the board game. I want to find a real thimble, but never found one. The detector spoke to me. I'm just saying that the metal detector I love to use is a MineLab Equinox 900. I think it's the 900 or 800. I don't remember now. It's my favorite, and I can't remember which model it is. And I detect with it turned on with all the options, all the whistles and bells. So there are 50 different sounds it can make, depending on what it detects. And I have all of them going. So it sounds like a flute orchestra when you're going over the ground, like beeping, going just nuts, okay? Like R2-D2 language. And I've learned to speak that language. That's all I can say. I can hear it. Where was the coin? It was in the front yard. It was about 10 steps in front of the front yard where he had been doing cartwheels in the grass, and it fell in the grass, and it sunk almost 9 inches in the soil, so it was really deep. But the soil was really loamy. There's no rocks in this part of North Carolina. It's very sandy. But this area there was a lot of like leaf matter that had, it's good quality dirt, and it was like digging it up. You can almost just take your hand and just shove it down into the dirt. It's so soft. But fun story. I love The Detectorist. Oh my goodness, that is such a good show. Deus 2. I've wanted a Deus 2. I've been looking at that or a Manticore as my next machine. I probably need to sell one of the 5 I have right now to get it. What did you clip? What did I say that was? Anyway. Timothy, welcome. Katrina Bunny, also, thank you for clicking the subscribe button. Appreciate both of you. Does Mrs. R.A. know metal detector speak to you? She will roll her eyes and say yes. But if I get grouchy, if I'm like a grumpy person around the house, she'll be like, "Go metal detecting." Just take a break. Go metal detecting. But it's been a while. She knows I love it. This is a long break for sure. Ever taken a metal detector to a golf course? No, J2 Wills. Most golf courses are not big fans of metal detectors because you have to dig up the target. And although I'm really good at digging a plug, and the plug is the area of ground, the circle of ground you dig up when you're trying to recover a target. I'm good enough that if the soil is good, not like rocky, I can dig something up and put the soil back, and you can't tell when I'm done where it was. But most property owners expect you to like dig up a hole and then have just a pile of dirt where you fill it back in. So you almost have to demonstrate how good you are at replacing a plug and replacing the turf without harming the grass before they'll let you in. And golf courses, they make their money on having good grass. So looks like Judge is coming back here. Are your children interested? My youngest ones do love to metal detect. They've actually claimed one of my detectors as their own, and they'll go out and do it on their own in the yard, the same place over and over. Although they like to dig deep holes and then metal detect in the holes. Okay, so we just lost all our feed. Everything's down. Okay. Beach is the best place. How my brother spent every vacation. Love metal detecting the beach. I do as well, Mel. It's a good day at the beach usually is 1 or 2 cell phones, 3 or 4 vape pens, 4 items of jewelry, meaning a ring, a necklace, an earring, or a chain. A necklace and chains sort of go hand in hand, but and a lot of like pull tabs and coins. Oldest is mid-20s. Youngest is preteen, single digits. Judge ordered the camera off. I think he just irised down. Lotus Spider. Did you lose something? Let's see. Would a golf course be a good place to search? I would say generally no. You want to go places where people bring things of value and lose them. A beach would be number 1. A park would be number 2. A garden is a good place to search because people will garden with their rings on and lose them. But I would say that detecting has a tough learning curve. And whether or not you like detecting or not has a lot to do with your experience with your first metal detector. You can spend a lot of money on a really good metal detector and want to break it over your knee in the first 10 minutes. So if at all possible, I would say find a metal detecting club and find somebody who will take you out on a hunt and borrow machines. Get to know. Most people will let you try their machine. They'll explain it to you. watch how it works, and learn how to swing the machine first of all, because that's crucial to finding stuff. If you swing it like a golf club, you're not going to find anything. And then try different machines before you buy. You know, a lot of people might start with a Garrett, like a Garrett AT, or a simplex machine. There are a lot of different varieties. I could give you some advice depending on the area you think you want to search, but that first experience with metal detecting, it helps to have somebody with you that knows how to tune your machine, because some of them need to be adjusted for the soil and the mineral content in the soil, and B, just a couple pointers on how it works. But let's see. I hope so as well. I hope he didn't pull it for a reason. Grainers, be careful. Careful there. I will tell you, my very first metal detector was purchased at Radio Shack, and it was orange and gray, and it took a 9-volt battery, and it, on a good day, could find a fire hydrant if you got close enough. It was a terrible machine, absolutely terrible. Everything did beep, once you adjusted it right. But there were two knobs. There was volume and power, basically. And you turn the power one until it just almost beeped, so it was just barely silent, and then you turn the volume all the way up, and then anytime you got close to metal, it would just go nuts. Couldn't discriminate, couldn't find the difference between coins. Silver and nails sounded identical. But I miss Radio Shack. There is a judge watching the stream and reports back. I haven't seen anything wrong in this feed yet at all. So if they saw something. Oh, man. It's a good thing we've got Bug Dugger in chat, or in the courtroom. Let's see what's happening here. I have been magnet fishing with some friends. I don't have my own, but it's a lot of fun until you have to clean all the muck and everything off the rope and the magnet. Okay, I think we might be getting the stream back. Let's see.
Asking about the investigation in full, before and after Evelyn's body was found. Anything that led you to believe that her body had been moved to Tommy's property after the defendant had been moved to Tommy's property after law enforcement had already been there?
Oh, no.
Okay, so no indication that was moved after the first search. So they just missed it the first time. It was a surprise that it just jumped back. You didn't miss anything
that led law enforcement to believe that Tommy Boswell was somehow involved in Evelyn's body being placed in that playhouse?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
I can ask it in a different way.
Sustained as to form the question.
Okay. Based upon your full investigation, did anything pursuant to your investigation lead you to believe that Tommy Boswell was involved?
No.
Did anything in your investigation lead you to believe that Tommy Boswell knew that Evelyn's body was in that playhouse?
No.
Okay. Ethan Perry, did he fully cooperate with law enforcement?
Yes, Mr. Perry cooperated.
Was Ethan Perry fully investigated?
Yes, he was.
Was Ethan Perry eliminated as a suspect in this case?
Yes, Mr. Perry was eliminated.
Was law enforcement able to determine that the story Megan Boswell told law enforcement about Ethan having Evelyn was a lie? That's a lot of words. I mean,
that's our 53rd objection. Sorry, I don't have it on the screen, but I have been counting and tracking. Give me a second, I'll get this pulled up. These sound like sort of summation questions near the end of the witness testimony, so we might be going to cross soon. It jumped because the judge ordered the camera off, and then they just returned, and the camera turned back on mid-questioning. It just started right up.
Objection sustained in part, overruled in part.
I'm going to try to ask this in a different, less wordy way.
Let me switch.
Do you recall?
Switch here.
Objection sustained in part, overruled in part.
Back up just a tiny bit so I get a
I'm going to try to ask this in a different, less wordy way.
A buffer in case they show an image we don't want to see.
Do you recall the story that the defendant gave you about Ethan Perry?
Yes, I recall that.
What did she tell you about Ethan Perry initially?
The defendant told us that Ethan Perry had Evelyn Boswell.
Okay. And again, when you're looking at your investigation as a whole from beginning until the end, were you able to determine whether or not what the defendant told you about Ethan was the truth?
Yes, we were able to determine whether that was true.
Okay, and what was your determination?
It was not true.
Okay. The defendant's boyfriend at the time, Hunter Wood, did he cooperate with law enforcement?
Yes.
Okay. Was Hunter Wood investigated?
Yes, he was investigated.
Was Hunter Wood eliminated as a suspect?
Yes, he was.
Anything at all that led you to believe that Hunter Wood was involved in Evelyn's death and or disappearance?
No.
Nothing.
Angela Boswell, the defendant's mom, and her boyfriend, Will McLeod, did they both cooperate with law enforcement?
Yes, both Angela Boswell and Wade McLeod cooperated.
Were they both investigated?
Yes, they were both investigated.
Were they eliminated as suspects?
Yes, both of them were eliminated.
Do you recall what Megan Boswell told you about Angela or Angel, her mom, at the beginning of the investigation?
At the very beginning, or?
What did she tell you about her mom?
Well, after a few days into the investigation, the defendant told us that Angela had Evelyn Boswell.
Okay. And based upon the entire investigation, were you able to determine whether or not that was the truth or not?
We were able to determine whether that was true, yes.
Okay, and what was your determination?
That was not true.
Is there any individual that the investigation continued to point at?
There was one individual.
Okay, who was that?
It was the defendant.
Okay.
Anything else?
Please answer any questions the defense has for you.
All right, here we go. Cross-examination.
Morning, Mr. Gratz. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good.
Thank you.
I'm going to start kind of where Miss Massengill left off.
Okay.
She asked you about clearing certain suspects.
Correct.
And she used words and asking you about Hunter Wood, if there's anything at all about him that caused you all to disbelieve him as not being a suspect. In other words, y'all conclusively concluded he's not a suspect.
Conclusively concluded.
We did after we investigated him.
Okay. And as part of that investigation, I'm sure, did you collect his DNA?
No, I did not.
Matter of fact, he refused his DNA to law enforcement, didn't he?
I think at some point he did.
Okay. So his DNA cannot be compared with any of the DNA where the body was found.
That would be a question better answered by the lab personnel.
Okay.
As
You were the case agent. Do you know if it was?
I'm sorry.
You were the case agent.
Yes, I was.
And as the case agent, you're basically in charge of the case. You give directives about what to do and so forth.
Maybe not quite that far, but I am the lead investigator for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
Okay. And do you know if his DNA was processed against anything? If you know.
No.
You don't know, or it wasn't?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was not.
Okay. Did you obtain fingerprints from him?
I'm almost certain I collected his standard of fingerprints, yes.
Okay. And you say you're almost certain. Do you know for sure or not?
I think I collected them from the booking at the jail. When someone's booked into jail.
Okay, so
their fingerprint.
He'd been arrested for something before, is what you're saying?
Yes.
No objection there.
At the time of the investigation, were you aware that Mr. Woods was schizophrenic?
No.
Did you look into that at any point during this investigation, his mental health?
At a much later date.
Okay. And did you all investigate any connection between people with schizophrenia and people that tinfoil hats?
There's an objection. I don't agree with this, but we knew this was coming. The defense is going to try to point everything they can at Hunter because he's an unavailable witness. He can be their scapegoat in their story. The police have cleared him entirely. That was objection number 54. HIPAA only applies to medical professionals releasing information. It's generally information can come out in court without a problem. Feels wrong. Yep. Joe, they could compel him to do a DNA sample, but they would have to have some evidence. You can't just order someone to surrender their DNA unless there's some evidence, and they found there was none. Yeah, Alex, thank you for the correction.
All right. Objection's overruled. Go ahead, Mr. Grimes.
Mr. Grimes, we were talking about Hunter Wood.
Yes.
And you indicated that sometime later you become aware that he was schizophrenic.
I knew he was having some mental health issues. I'm not sure that I knew the actual diagnosis, but I am aware of issues.
Did you investigate his health issues in relation to this case? And for instance, what I'm asking is, the first time I asked you about schizophrenia, you seemed to indicate that you knew that.
I knew he had some type of mental health issues, yes.
Did you investigate, give consideration to the possibility that the tinfoil could be related on the baby could have been placed there by someone with mental health issues?
We did a significant investigation into the tinfoil, yes, and it underwent what I would call significant forensic analysis to determine whether there is any type of DNA or fingerprints on that on the tinfoil.
Okay, but short of forensic analysis, did you all investigate You know, is there something that might make someone place tinfoil on a child? Like, for instance, people with schizophrenia are known to wear tinfoil hats.
Your Honor, may we
I
approach?
think we've covered it.
They're trying to introduce doubt to the jury. That's their goal. Often seems sleazy the way that defense tries to do things like this, and this is one of those times where you've got someone getting mental health treatment who is not able to testify in court because of their status, and defense is pointing the finger at them. They wouldn't be able to show interview tapes of Hunter. Well, possibly through objections and motions as an unavailable witness. They might be able to get something like that, but I doubt that the state's going to go there. Right, Christy, I think what they're doing is they're playing off a little exchange we had when Hunter's dad testified, where defense was asking if Hunter had ever said something about a tinfoil hat or people stealing his thoughts or something like that. So they're trying to form that connection.
All right, objection sustained in part, overruled in part.
Agent Gratz, did you investigate any connection between mental health and whoever placed the tinfoil on this child?
I'm not aware of any theories of like mental health issues is concerned with tinfoil, so nothing specific like that was ever investigated. Does that answer your question?
To your knowledge, did anyone in your prosecution team do that?
As far as mental health issues and tinfoil hats?
Yes.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
So going back to Hunter Wood, you said he declined to give you his DNA.
Not me. I don't remember ever having many face-to-face interactions with Mr. Wood, and I don't recall that it was me that asked for it.
But he did decline to give it to law enforcement.
I believe so at some point.
So that wouldn't be 100% cooperative with the investigation, would it?
I guess it depends on how you look at it. I think that could be answered as a yes or no.
Let's go back to the investigation at the Boswell property.
Okay.
And as a case agent, I assume you're aware of what searches were conducted when and the results thereof.
Generally speaking, there are a lot of moving parts, and in an investigation this large, with this many agencies involved, I did my best to really maintain a clear chain of information and make sure everything that was happening was being documented on paper, memorialized in some type of form, and brought back to me or to someone who would later bring it to me to put it in a file.
And Tommy Boswell's property was searched on February 23rd, is that correct?
With that specific date, I would have to go back and look.
Do you have something that would refresh your memories to that? Do you have notes?
In the case file, yes.
Is that something you could easily access?
Relatively, it might take a moment to look through.
Judge, I'd ask to refresh his memory with his notes.
You want me to?
Can he sit down to get those?
Can you give me that date one more time, please?
February 23rd.
Thank you.
Oh.
Bailiff was going to pick him up.
He's not on the microphone. But I would ask for any other date it was searched as well.
That'll just go.
Okay.
Jenna, have him do that somewhere other than right in front of you.
Move your notes away from right in front of the jury. Come up on the stand. Vern, have a safe flight. Thanks for checking in from the airport. Barb, we have a few legal professionals in chat. Fire your question off and see if somebody can answer it. The judge has ordered that the camera shouldn't be so close that we have computer screen readable.
Ms. Gratz, have you had a chance to review your notes, refresh your memory?
Yes, I did.
Was a search conducted of Tommy Boswell's property on February the 23rd?
Yes, it appeared that after looking at my notes that Mr. Boswell Sr. had given written consent and permission for law enforcement to search his property.
Okay. And you recall who searched the property?
Yes, that there were a team, or was a team there. There were members of the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office present, as well as at least one member, or I suppose two, of the Union County Sheriff's Office. And that would be Union County, Tennessee.
Okay. And a cadaver dog searched the property that day and provided no hits, is that correct?
That, according to the report.
Would the report would be correct to the best of your knowledge?
I would have to defer to the officer that conducted that to those that were present.
Well, is your report, Ms. Gratz, our 115 author is David Gratz.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with me about that?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So you would have recorded the information you were provided by the team? whether or not the dog hit, correct?
My report essentially reflects that there was another report issued. So the other report was issued by the Union County Sheriff's Office.
On February 21st was a search done of the Boswell Trailer Park on, I believe it's Sugar Hollow Road.
Yes, I believe a team had gone out there.
And were cadaver dogs taken that day?
I know they were taken at some point. The specific day, I'm just not sure.
You don't remember?
No, I don't. I do know they were taken out there.
Norm, give him his notes, Norm.
Your report from that day refresh your memory?
Absolutely.
There's Norm.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
quick. You read the whole document. Boom. Got it.
Mr. Gratz, that report indicates that property was searched on February 21st, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
It also, does it indicate that 3 cadaver dogs were taken around the trailer of Megan Boswell?
And that's the property at
Sugar Hollow.
Sugar Hollow Road.
The report I just showed you.
Yes.
And does it also indicate that there were no final responses from the cadaver dog search?
It does.
I want to go back to Hunter Wood's fingerprints that you obtained from the jail.
Okay.
Did you obtain palm prints or just fingerprints?
It would be the standard prints they take, which I think are what we would refer to as major case prints.
Could you explain that, please?
Sure. It's a small standardized document that has a box for each finger of each hand. And I think at the bottom there is an area for some larger, like a box area for larger parts of the hand to be fingerprinted. And they are filled out, depending on the department, either in ink or electronically.
And do you know one way or the other if Hunter Wood's palm print was taken?
I would have to look at his major case or his prints to determine that.
Okay. Are you also aware there was a palm print on that trash can where Evelyn was found?
I would have to defer to forensic scientist David Hoover for that.
You're unaware of that?
I know there was prints found on the can. I am aware of that. To say palm print versus fingerprint, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I do like my desk. I'm about to switch to standing right now. This witness is really good. Might be a combination of his TBI training and his law training. Got the best of both worlds here. Allison, I'm thinking about getting a walking pad. Might have to put the wheels on my desk because it would make me too tall. But
Mr. Gratz, I want to show you what's been previously marked as Exhibit 17.
Flip. There you go.
You recognize that photo?
Yes, I do.
As I understand it, you were the photographer on scene.
Yes, that is correct.
So did you take this photo?
Yes.
Is that where the trash can was when you all entered the building?
Yes.
I see in the top of that trash can, it looks like there's a white trash bag and a black trash bag. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. The black trash bag, was it fully removed in there? Did you fully remove it from the can in there?
Oh, we removed everything.
Inside of the building? Or inside or outside?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Well, I think we've seen pictures here that show stuff being removed from the trash can outside. What was removed from the trash can inside of the building?
The best I can remember, like, there were the part of those bags would have been moved back, which is when we initially saw that skin. Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
Yes. So part of that would have been disturbed, moved, however you want to characterize it. And when we saw what we believed was human flesh.
And that black trash bag, was it at some point taken out of the can inside of the building?
Was it taken out of that can while it was inside the playhouse? I want to say we removed all of that after we had set the trash can out on the porch.
I'll show you what's been marked as Exhibit 15. The black trash bag appears to have been moved.
Yes, we moved those bags.
Okay, is it your testimony that you could see around the trash bag in that condition to see the body?
When you're standing above it, you could see part of the body, yes.
So that bag, it wasn't taken out and placed back, is what I'm asking you. Was it taken out and placed back in the can?
Was it like totally removed from the trash can and then pushed back in there?
Or set back in there like that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Is it possible?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What about the other bag, specifically the bag containing the body? Is it possible that it was moved somewhat in the can by your all's investigation?
Not until we were really out there processing that. As you could tell from their photographs, when it was first removed, it still really had that shape of the can.
Did it move at all?
I'm sorry?
The bag with the body, did it move at all in the can while you were going through it and moving it?
We were systematically pulling things out of there. So, at some point the bag certainly moved.
Okay. The bag with the baby?
Yes.
You went through some photographs with various items in the trash can here, I think Saturday we were going through it?
Yes.
Do you recall the contents? Let's ask you this way. There were no leaves in the trash can, were there?
Leaves?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
None at all?
No.
Okay.
Now we're going to see the picture of with the leaves.
Okay, just a minute.
Carter, I think he might be right here. Part of the state's case is she was put in there alive based on how her head was tilted back, which was beyond natural angle, I think you might say. I think defense is trying to say that the investigators did it when they shifted the garbage bag. And remember, we have the other investigator who was part of this, who took photographs and was there at the scene, and he has testified a little bit that it's
Going back
possible
to the
that there was
fingerprints of
some
Hunter
movement.
Woods, you said you obtained those from a jail.
I'm fairly certain that I went to the booking area and obtained his prints. Yes.
Was that here from the Sullivan County Jail?
Yes.
And you know which arrest that was from?
I do not.
That's all the questions I have, Judge.
That's it.
Redirect.
He held his own.
Yes, Your Honor. How many interviews of what we call lay witnesses do you think were conducted during this investigation?
More than I could sit here and count. I mean, there were a lot. A lot of people were interviewed. Several witnesses were interviewed multiple times.
Okay. More than 20?
Yes,
Okay. More than 30?
probably.
Okay. And at the same time, you're conducting an investigation with law enforcement, is that right? Law enforcement is conducting a full investigation.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And I think I asked you this on Saturday. Do you feel like you followed every credible lead that you could?
We followed everything that came in.
Out of every person that was interviewed, did any say that they ever saw Hunter Wood with Evelyn Boswell?
Objection, Your Honor, that calls for hearsay.
Sustained.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Now you have an unavailable witness issue. They can't get this from Hunter directly.
Objection sustained.
One moment. Okay. All right. No other questions, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, he's done.
He is. We would ask that he stay under.
I would ask him to be subject to recall, and he has things to get back to work on, but I would ask him to be subject to recall.
Mr. Track, you're going, not being released from subpoena, you're still subject to recall. You don't have to stay here at the courthouse, just so long as we can get a hold of you and get you.
Thank you.
So we're done with testimony from Mr. David Gratz. I think he did a great job. He was a wonderful witness. Had some tough testimony, too.
I'm assuming you take a price next.
He is Judge. Stay with call Detective Matt Price.
State your name.
Matthew Price.
You solemnly swear affirm testimony about to give you the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir, I do.
You are Detective Matt Price, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And where are you employed?
Sullivan County Sheriff's Office.
And what is your position there at the Sheriff's Office?
Currently, I'm Lieutenant over Criminal Investigations Division.
All right. How long have you been in that position?
I've been lieutenant for about 3 years, 3.5 years.
How long have you been in the Criminal Investigations Division?
Since 2009.
All right. And how long have you been in the Sheriff's Department?
May will be 23 years.
All right. Lieutenant Price, were you working in the Criminal Investigations Division back on February the 18th of 2020?
Yes, sir, I was.
All right. And what was your assignment there?
I was sergeant in CID at that time.
Okay. Were you called out at that time to assist in the investigation into a missing child by the name of Evelyn Boswell?
Yes, I was.
And if you would, tell the jury a little bit about what your role was in the investigation.
Most of my time was spent in the office conducting interviews, most of that time being with Agent David Gratz with the TBI, and myself interviewed Megan Boswell multiple times.
All right. I'm going to kind of walk you through things, maybe starting a little bit at the end and walking back forward. But on March the 6th, did you all eventually locate Evelyn's body and go to the property there where Tommy Boswell's out on Muddy Creek?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And in conjunction with, we've heard testimony about the body being recovered, was there also additional evidence that was recovered from there in the playhouse?
Yes, there was.
Okay, and what was that?
There was multiple trash bags that was also located inside the playhouse. Those items were collected, and we went through those. We brought them to our headquarters at the sheriff's office and processed those here.
Okay. Did you take photographs of the process as you went through the items that were in those trash bags?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's a new ASMR. Was that a razor blade? Those are new sounds. I'm not used to that. Handcuffs? Somebody who's a drama llama. A stapler, maybe? Box cutter.
Lieutenant Price, I'm going to hand you 5 photographs and ask if you can identify what's shown in those.
Yes, I do.
And if you would, tell us what those are.
Items from those trash bags that were recovered from Muddy Creek in the playhouse.
Okay. Are those photos of some of the items in the trash that you took that night?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Judge, we would move to introduce those. Are they true and accurate photographs?
Yes, they are.
We move to make those, I think we're up to 206. Yes.
Any objections? Good. Full exhibits 206 through 210.
Judge, if we could, I'd ask the permission to publish those at this time. Lieutenant Price, I'm going to show you what's been introduced as Exhibit 206. If you would, tell the jury what we're looking at here.
So it's one of the white trash bags that we've located inside the playhouse. Inside that white trash bag was another paper trash bag, and inside that was multiple items of trash, including baby bottles and baby food containers.
Okay. And is this a photo taken before, I guess, you had inventoried or removed any of those items?
Correct. This was just as soon as we'd opened the bag.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to show you Exhibit 207. And again, if you would, tell the jury what we're looking at there.
It's another white trash bag that we removed from the playhouse, dollhouse on Muddy Creek, and again inside of it was numerous other items of trash.
Now showing you Exhibit 208.
Ooh, you got a date.
Yes, that was an egg carton that was found in one of those trash bags with the expiration date.
All right, I'm going to go back real quick and show you 207 again. Is that the egg carton that we're
It
seeing
is.
there?
Yes, it is.
All right. Now, go back again to 208. Is there an expiration or best buy date on that egg carton there?
Yes, October the 6th, 19.
Now I'm going to show you Exhibit 209. What are we looking at there?
Trash bag with trash inside of it, including a most prominent thing is a milk container.
All right. And again, does that milk container have an expiration date on it?
It does.
I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll zoom in on it. It's a sell by date, sorry.
October 20th.
And I'm now showing you Exhibit 210. What are we looking at there?
There's a receipt, Northeast State Bookstore, with Megan Boswell's information on it.
All right. And that was removed from the
Trash can, yes, sir.
What's the date on that?
Thank you.
I see that last exhibit.
Oh, sorry. If we could hand Lieutenant, before we do that, Lieutenant Price, you indicated that you all went through the process of inventorying the items that were found in those trash bags we just showed the jury. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And did you remove several items that you thought perhaps had potential evidentiary value?
Yes, we did.
Okay, what were some of those items?
Bottles, baby bottles, water bottles, like drinking water bottles. There was also a tissue that had some kind of reddish brown stain on it. There was a pair of latex gloves that were removed.
Okay. And did you all package those separately and
Yes, we did, and
put them in evidence bags so they could be sent to the TBI lab?
That's correct.
Latex gloves.
Now, if we could hand Lieutenant Price what's been marked for identification as Exhibit 200.
No, this trash was found in the playhouse with or around, also in the garbage, but not in the same bag as Evelyn's body.
Do you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
And what is it?
It's a Dasani water bottle.
All right. And is that the Dasani water bottle that you recovered from the trash bags that were taken from the playhouse?
That's correct.
All right. And again, you've mentioned that it was packaged in one of your evidence bags to be sent to the lab.
Right, yes.
All right. Judge, it's previously been moved as identification only. We would move to make it a full exhibit at this time.
Full exhibit, 200.
All right. And ask to publish it to the jury if I could.
Go ahead.
That's probably going to have fingerprints on it. That's a good source for a fingerprint.
Lieutenant Price, I'm going to hand you another bag and ask if you can identify what has just been handed to you.
Could be DNA as well.
Yes, I can.
All right, and what is it, sir?
It's a great value water bottle.
All right, and was that object removed and recovered from the trash bags that you inventoried that evening?
Yes, it was.
All right, again, was it secured in a separate evidence bag to be sent to the TBI crime lab?
Correct.
Judge, we move to make that full exhibit 211.
No, sir.
So that is Walmart brands. I object to the mixture of brands, Dasani and Great Value. Pick one and stick with it. Thank you, the Brown Barn. Good to have you here. Welcome.
Lieutenant Price, I'm going to hand you another evidence bag and ask you if you can recognize what's been handed to you.
Yes.
And what is it?
It is another water bottle, a Misty Mountain water bottle.
And again, that water bottle was recovered from those trash bags that you inventoried.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And just so we're clear, these were the two trash bags that were separate from the trash can, correct?
That's right.
None
Yes.
of these items that you testified to were found with the victim's body.
Correct.
All right, they were in the trash bags, I believe. I'll pull a photo up here in a minute, but they were separate. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. Judge, we move to make that exhibit number 212.
Any objection? No, sir.
Yeah, Hunter was investigated and cleared. There's 0% suspicion that he was involved in any part of this, unless you're on the defense team.
Permission to publish that, Judge?
Yes.
I don't think he showed us the Walmart brand one, did he? With Great Value.
If I could, I'm going to pass you another piece of evidence. Ask you if you can identify that.
Susan, welcome. Congratulations on 13 months.
Yes.
And what is it?
It's a Great Value, or Food Club water bottle.
All right. And was that water bottle also recovered from those trash bags?
Yes, it was.
All right. And it was secured separately in an evidence bag to be sent to the lab?
Yes.
Judge, we move to make that exhibit 213.
Any objection? No, sir.
There's a fourth brand. Deer Park is flying under the radar here.
Ask that it be published to the jury.
Who does Food Club? What brand is that? Is that Food Lions?
Lieutenant Price, I'm going to hand you another evidence bag and ask you if you
Sam's
can
Club.
identify what's contained in that.
Rite Aid? Piggly Wiggly?
Yes.
And what is it?
It's a white tissue with some kind of stain on it.
All right. And was that tissue recovered from inside the trash bags that you were inventorying that night?
Yes, it was.
And was it packaged in a separate evidence container, bagged to be sent to the TBI lab?
Correct.
Judge, we move to make that Exhibit 214.
Any objection?
No, sir.
Before exhibit 214.
Ask permission to publish that to the jury.
Wear your gloves here. Was that tested?
I'm going to hand you another item and ask if you can identify what's contained there.
Yes.
What is it?
It is a baby bottle.
All right. And was that baby bottle found in the trash bags that you inventoried?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
There's also, the lab has, there's some of the liquid that was in the bottle, looks like the lab has put in a separate container.
Okay. Is that actually in a separate?
In a separate, like, plastic container.
Okay.
Like a test tube kind of thing.
Okay.
Vial.
Judge, can we make that the exhibit 216, perhaps maybe?
Any objection? Baby bottle would be 215. The container with the liquid would be 216.
That's permission to publish 215 to the jury at this time.
I'm guessing it was milk. It's going to be yucky. Okay, thanks for taking this with us.
Need to mark
The
this.
baby bottle.
Mark
Yes.
it first, or
Is it marked? 215.
it's not.
Okay. Okay. Should we mark it first and then
There's another bag in there from the lab. It doesn't appear to have anything at all in it. It's just a clear plastic bag.
Red pen, keeping tabs on how many times Norm gets up and down. So we should cheer on Norm, as you might get some gifted memberships out of it.
You want to inspect it?
let's That's exhibit 16. Is there, you said there's another bag in
Yes, and I believe this was the.
that,
Hold on.
let's see.
Put some gloves on. Put some gloves on. Just
Where's the other bag?
stick
here.
in your mitt in there.
Okay.
Got a smile from Norm. That was sort of funny. Witness held on to the bag.
Lieutenant Price, I may have you identify there's a separate plastic bag that's in there.
Have a seat.
Correct.
Does it appear to have TBI agents and evidence tape on it?
It does, yes.
Okay. I'm just trying not to lead you, but does that appear to be the original bag where the bottle was processed at the lab?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I think we'll just leave that in the bag with it. If you would publish Exhibit 215 at this point. Lieutenant Price, I'm going to hand you another item and ask you if you can identify that.
Red Pen is keeping track of the bailiffs' ups and downs. I think we're at 38 right now. Is that right?
Yes.
And what is it?
Blue latex glove.
Okay. And were those collected from the contents of the trash bags that you inventoried?
Yes, they were.
And were they secured in a separate evidence bag to be sent to the TBI lab?
That is correct.
All right. Judge, we move to make those Exhibit 217.
No, sir.
Full Exhibit 217.
Judge, we'd ask permission to publish those to the jury.
How many pairs are there? Oh. Just throw it on the floor. Just discard all the evidence.
Probably obvious to the jury at this point in time, but are those gloves all one piece or have they been broken apart?
Broken apart.
Okay. You all did not break them apart.
No, sir.
All right.
They were like that.
We just dropped them.
Correct.
Bailiff's doing a great job.
All right. I'm going to hand you another item and ask you if you can identify that.
Yes.
And what is it?
It's a cold and cough nighttime medicine bottle.
And was that bottle collected from the trash bags that you all inventoried that evening?
Yes, it was.
And was it secured in a separate evidence bag to be sent to the TBI lab?
Yes.
Judge, we move to make that exhibit number 218. All right. Lieutenant Price, I want to go back now. You mentioned that your, I guess, primary role, the primary duties that you had during this investigation was speaking with Megan Boswell along with Agent Kratz. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And did you talk with Ms. Boswell or interview her on multiple occasions? during the course of this investigation?
Yes, I did.
All right. Now, I know you did not do the initial first interviews with Ms. Boswell. Is that correct?
Correct, I did not.
Okay. Were you present, or did you speak with the detectives and other individuals who had spoken with her initially?
Yes.
Okay. So you were aware of the initial information that she gave to them about the child being with Ethan Perry?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Now, on February 20th of 2020, did Ms. Boswell show back up at the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Was that something that you all had planned, or had you requested her to come to the Sheriff's Office?
No, we had not. She just showed up in the lobby and wanted to talk.
Okay. Did you ask her why she was there at the Sheriff's Office?
I did.
And what did she say?
She said she wanted to try to help us.
All right. And as a result of that, did you all, again, and when I say you all, I'm talking about you and Agent Gratz, did you all then interview her again on February the 20th?
We did.
Okay. And where did that interview take place?
At the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, just outside our CID, we have 2 interview rooms, and one of those interview rooms is where we talk to her.
Okay. And is that interview room fitted with audio and video recording equipment?
Yes, it is.
And was that particular interview recorded?
Yes, it was.
All right. And I know you said that the interview room is in the Sheriff's Office. That's here in Blumpville and Sullivan County?
Correct.
All right. Did you have an opportunity to watch the video of that interview prior to coming to court here today?
Yes, I did.
And was that what you watched, a true and accurate copy of your interview with Ms. Boswell?
Yes.
All right. Judge, I'm going to move to make that Exhibit 219.
Any objection?
Mama Larity, if you type !lurk, it will trigger.
Exhibit 219.
If you type exclamation point late, it will trigger those responses. We just have some commands that you can trigger that will, some of them make sound effects, some of them
Judge, I'm going to ask.
have a text response like that.
All right.
If you show up late, you type exclamation point late in chat, and it will tell you how long ago you should have been here. If you type lurk, it'll say you're lurking in the shadows. If you type back with an exclamation point, it will sort of welcome you back. Just some of the fun commands.
Are you ready, Judge?
I am.
Okay, here we go.
And we'll just put the time, because the time's a little bit different now. So before we ask you any questions, you must understand your constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent. You do not answer any questions. If you do answer any questions, your answer can be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to consult a lawyer before you ask a question. If you're not afford a lawyer, won't be provided to you without cost. If you decide to answer questions now, that lawyer will be present. You will still have the right to stop answering questions anytime until you talk to a lawyer. I have read or have read the manual on constitutional rights. I understand what my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions without a lawyer being present. Good with that? You don't want to talk to us, right? Yeah. I mean, you called us this morning? Yeah. We'll get that way. Tell you what, just sign your name right there again. How about that? Right next to your name. Or initial it, however you want to do it. I'm going to sign next to Miss Darby's. I have Matt be a witness, okay? And, if you would. I'm going to add the time right under that, 1:58 p.m., okay?
So I'm going to come here on time. I said that it's my husband, but she was here last night.
I wish you would have.
You and me both.
Oh, so what's been going on? since last night when I talked to you. What time did I leave here? 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. Okay.
Where'd you go?
To that place.
We transported her, right? Sullivan County. Okay, I mean,
Okay, I talked to Dad this morning, and he was going on that, like, sometimes my mom says words I don't understand what they mean. They're in another language. Yeah, Dad knew what I was talking about, apparently. But he was going on that she was like, whenever, he told her the night before he called you all, and he was going to, and she was going on, oh, she's going to jail, like, she can't be around here anymore, she'll have to leave and not come back and stuff like that.
your mom told your dad that?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I don't know, but that's, you know, a big thing.
Well, let me ask you this.
And then yesterday in the car, she tried to start towards like Mendota, Virginia, and I was like, hey, like if you're not taking me out there, that's fine. Like pull over, like I'll call myself and come get me.
What's in Mendota, Virginia?
I don't know.
Mendota? How you say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that how you say that?
That's right. Mendota, M-E-N-D-O-T-A, Virginia. That was a question for me. Yeah. So, does she know people out there?
Not that I know of.
Do you know people out there?
No.
No. So then what else did that tell you?
Just that when she dropped Elijah off, that she was like freaking out and like crying, like she was never going to see him again and stuff like that.
Oh. And this was?
The 18th.
Okay.
They met at Eagles.
Eagles in Colorado Heights?
Dad thought that she was going to like take off with him. This is what he told me. He thought that she was going to take off with him. So he said that DCS was doing like a home visit and he had him by 12. Wasn't home visit.
For Elijah and
Charlotte, yeah. There was never a home visit. He just said that to give Elijah and mom.
so you think your dad's playing your mom against the system? Or like DCS and all that, trying to keep custody of it? Just that been difficult with your mom over those 2 kids?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you know, she was.
let's face it. I mean, I talked to you a lot, right? And you had a pretty hard life. Would you agree with that? Growing up, I mean, would you consider your relationship with your family, specifically your father Tommy and your mom, growing up, was it good?
No.
Not good.
No.
I don't think it's been good, from what I know about it. And I hate that for you. You know, it's hard to grow up in an environment like that. I know. Because, I mean, you were in foster care, right? What was the deal there?
Truancy.
They put you in foster care for truancy?
Mm-hmm.
Because you couldn't...
I ended up missing a lot of school until I got like, literally like dehydrated to the point that I could not walk when I was pregnant with Evelyn because I just couldn't keep anything down like at all.
And they put you in foster care. But did you have a strained relationship with your mother growing up?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was it difficult?
I mean, like, I was more with my grandparents and then...
So your grandparents raised you?
Yeah.
Mama didn't care much about you, or Mama was strung out on dope?
Both.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine having to live in a home where my mom don't know where I'm at half the time, or how she can't function because she's so screwed up all the time. You know, jacked up on meth, or she on meth, is that her drug of choice?
Her and my dad used to do coke.
Cocaine?
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough for a kid growing up in an environment like that. I get it.
So I guess since I got older, like me and mom talk like every day. Like we'll take spouts where we don't talk for a little bit, but like since me and her started like really talking again, like I talk to her every day.
Except for yesterday.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
What's the deal there?
Yesterday she dropped me off and she was like, well, you didn't get to talk to these people, I don't want to be involved in it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, that's fine, you don't take me up there. I was like, you can just pull over and I'll have them come get me.
She doesn't want to be involved in it.
That's what she said.
Why would she say that?
I mean,
why would she be involved in the first place? Explain that to me.
I really don't. If I did, I would tell you. And I asked Dad as he talked to her at first, he's like, well, I'm not telling you if I have or haven't. He's like, why do you want to know? And I was like, we're trying to find her. He's like, well, no, I haven't.
Yeah, we're trying to find her. I mean, like I told you last night, we've got, I'd say there's 80 people right now, probably more than that, across the state of Tennessee that are doing nothing but looking for this job. Nothing. That's it. Okay? There's probably 50 of them up here right now. And like I told you before, last night, you know, there's got to be more. I mean, you're not a dumbass. I know this.
Yeah.
And I'm not a dumbass. And I've been 100% honest with you since, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I told you, yell, scream, jump up and down, beat the table. But there's got to be more to this story.
Well, Mommy told me that she was talking to Ethan about Edward.
When?
Whenever her and I first started talking again, so it was kind of like a little bit after January.
Your mother told you that she was talking to Ethan about Evelyn.
She did.
And how was she doing that?
On the phone. She never specified.
Okay. Do you think she was calling him, talking to him like we are, or texting him, Facebook message, what?
She said on the phone.
Okay.
I don't know if that means text or call.
You assume it to be phone calls?
Yeah. But that's just my assumption.
Right. Could be other ways.
She doesn't have a Facebook, but will have a Facebook.
Look at the detective's body language. He's not buying the story a bit.
Well, what changed?
What do you mean what changed?
I mean, what changed? Something has changed in the past 24 to 48 hours, maybe just a little bit more, with you and your mother. Something has changed.
She just kept getting mad at me yesterday. She was like,
Well,
she was like, don't involve me in it.
And you told me that and told me that. I know. You told me that 100 times
Well,
last
that's all she told me.
There's got to be more.
That's all she
There's
told
got to be more. Your mom that you just told me 10 minutes ago that you
Well,
had this great
apparently,
relationship
she told
with.
Dad that she was going to jail.
I'm talking about what she told you. And you had this great relationship. Just come here now. Me and Mom, we've got back together since I grew up. We got a good relationship and this and that. And you talking every day. And then you go to not talk to her at all. Something
I tried to
happened.
talk to her.
Something happened.
I had tried.
Something happened. Something happened between the two of you all.
She got mad and I made her drop me back up here. When she dropped me out in the animal shelter.
But there's more. The conversation that happened. There's more.
Well, she just kept trying to go to Virginia, and I was like, why are we going up there? And she was like, we just need to go. And I was like, no, like, I can't do that. Like, I need to be up there. And she's like, we're going to Virginia. And I was like, no, we can't do that. And then it kind of went like back and forth. And she was like, well, we have to go up there. And she's like, I have to drop my wheel off somewhere.
It doesn't have to go. It doesn't have to do with going to Virginia. It has to do with why you're here and why we're trying to talk to her and Evelyn and the whole deal. That's what the conversation was about. There's no doubt in my mind. Y'all had a conversation.
She kept asking me what I told you all, or what you have told me that she said. And I kept saying nothing. She was like, okay, keep it that way. And she was like,
So wait, slow down. Your mom told you to not talk to us, and if we ask you anything, not to tell her anything?
Yeah, not to tell her anything.
Why?
I don't know, but she didn't want you to know about her. She didn't want you to know anything where she was or anything like that.
Why not?
If I knew, I would tell you.
Well, you got an idea.
Well, I really didn't think I got it until Dad told me today.
Well, you got an idea.
Maybe Ethan gave Evelyn to her.
Listen. You know, maybe Ethan gave Evelyn to her. What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, she's kind of just taken off.
When do you think Ethan gave Evelyn to Angela?
Maybe before he left her back.
Let's
Me and my mom weren't really like on talking day-to-day basis at that point, though.
Well, let's just assume for a minute that's true. Okay. Let's say Ethan has Evelyn on the 26th. We'll say the 27th. He says, Angel, okay, I've got Evelyn, you come get her. Okay. Why didn't your mom tell you, hey, I've got Evelyn?
I don't know.
Did your mom tell you she has Evelyn?
No. I even asked her and she just kind of get mad at me.
When did you ask her? You told me yesterday that
she dropped me off up here. You know that.
I do.
Well, I asked her if she had her. I said, do you know where she is?
And what did she tell you?
She wouldn't answer me. She just kept going on, you don't need to go up there, you don't need to talk to them, you don't need to tell them anything.
Have you talked to anyone today that could help besides your mom?
No.
We know you talked to Tommy, your dad.
Yeah.
Who else you talked to?
Hunter, and that's it.
You talked to Hunter. When did you talk to Hunter?
A little bit before I came up here.
What did you talk about?
Well, he was going on about Facebook, and apparently somebody called and said that they were going to kill me and him at the chicken shack.
Dad's confident. Dad's been blowing me up. Your dad cares about the baby. Listen, Pat. Hear what you said just a minute ago. Maybe Ethan gave Evelyn to Angel. What you just said.
Maybe.
No. It's not how you, that's what you said, but it's how you said it. Okay?
I don't know for
Listen to
sure.
me. Listen.
I'm going to be honest with you, man.
Let me talk.
Okay.
I've been doing this a long time. I've talked to a lot of people. They're sitting right there in the same position you are. I know when you're not being 100% honest. Just like I knew yesterday when I told you that you didn't run out of gas and walk down the road. Mom dropped you off. I knew that. I know you told me one thing, but I knew something else.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I don't know for sure, but that's just my gut feeling at this point.
What if we reworded that statement a little bit?
Okay.
What if we reworded it to say, maybe Maggie gave Evelyn to Angel?
I did not. Me and Mom were talking at that point.
Well, at any point.
No. The only time that she's ever kept Evelyn is one time she kept her overnight for me, because me and I were into it, and she was at her parents'. I didn't really have anywhere to stay, so I slept in my car that night.
Sure.
But Evelyn was inside the house, and then she kept her for me for maybe like a couple hours a few times.
What if there was a time where you couldn't get in touch with Ethan and you needed a break?
No.
Maybe you went to your mom, said, here's Evelyn,
No.
and you trusted your mom,
No.
and she never brought Evelyn back. Not possible.
Not possible.
Let's go back to Hunter. What did you and Hunter talk about? Facebook?
Yeah, he said that
What about Facebook?
people were talking about him, and that somebody called the chicken shack and threatened to kill me and him.
Okay. How'd that make you feel?
Well, I mean, he was just like, I'm upset and this and that, and then I was like, okay, can I come get my stuff at some point? And he was like, yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. Did you ask him where Evelyn was?
No.
Did you call anybody today to try to find Evelyn?
I tried to call my mom on every number that I have for her, and she's not answered.
Okay.
I have 3 numbers for her.
Of all the people in the world, of all the things you could be doing to find Evelyn, you keep calling your mom. Why?
Because I think she knows something. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to lie to you. Because don't be like, you're not being 100% honest with me. I am.
It's the first time I've heard that. I've talked to you now for coming up on 5 hours. First time I heard that, Maggie.
So I could be in trouble for not saying that before.
Look, we are concerned about Evelyn. We want Evelyn. What did I tell you last night? We will go to the end of the freaking earth and back. Like he told you, they've got 2 damn planes they'll put in the air.
But I have no idea where she's at. I've called her maybe like 100 times.
Maybe you don't, okay. Maybe you don't know where she's at right now.
I might have an idea though.
Okay,
Tell us the idea. She used to stay on Jenkins Hollow Road in Elizabeth.
Alright, you told me that last night.
Okay.
What makes you think she's there right now?
These are the only places I know that she would go to.
The 3 we talked about last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then her and Willie used to camp a lot. I don't know where she got like exactly her like trespassing and assault charge in like Scott County, but I know it was close to that river.
Pretty close to be, excuse me, Scott County, Virginia, pretty cold to be camping. Okay.
Will has a camper.
Okay, okay. Mendoza, Virginia, Scott County,
Yeah.
is that where they're at?
I don't know exactly where they're at.
You got a good idea.
You know, yesterday when I had you taking me to places, those are like the only ideas that I had.
Answer my question.
Oh boy.
Whose profile picture is that?
Mine.
Alright, I'm gonna read something to you.
Okay.
How's Evelyn? Good, mean as fuck. Oh, she hates me. I don't have a child to inform you about, sadly. Not yet.
What? What do you mean I don't have a child to inform you about?
That's what somebody said to you.
Can I see that?
You can. How's Evelyn? Good. Mean as fuck.
Yeah.
January 26th.
Okay, what's your point?
Tell me about it.
I didn't want to tell anybody that I didn't know where she was at.
So instead of saying, I don't know where she is, you just say she's mean as fuck.
She's mean.
Okay? That's new information. That's new information. Last night, she was the sweetest baby to ever grace this earth. Now she's mean. That's what you said. You said she's a sweet baby, she never cried, was never a problem, always take care of. Now she's mean as fuck. And you need a break. Tell us about it.
I just know everybody know that I didn't have her.
Okay.
So I'm making excuses why I didn't have her.
Why not?
Because I felt like it made me look like a bad mom, and I didn't want like...
Well, look, let me ask it this way. I don't think you've been in there to see how many people we've got. We're not exaggerating. The number of people in there pales in comparison to the number of people on the ground. We have an entire unit in Nashville, Tennessee working on this. We've got an entire unit in Washington, D.C. that's working on this, okay? Those people are stationed in offices. They're controlling people out on the ground. These people got people out on the ground. A bunch of people, okay? You say you think it would make you look like a bad mom, okay, or a bad person or whatever. Why didn't you just tell somebody a month ago, 3 weeks ago? Hey,
The only person I've talked to about it is Mom.
Okay.
And she told me that she's talked to Ethan.
Okay. Why didn't you go to someone? Did you see the extent? We go to, have you passed the billboard that has the Amber Alert on it?
Mm-hmm.
They're all up and down the interstate. I bet I passed 3 coming in this morning. Passed probably 3 of them going home last night. Okay. You know how the Amber Alerts work? Sends out a text message to everyone. Okay?
Yeah.
People are willing to help. Alright? Our first thought is not, hey, let's judge the mom and talk about how bad of a mom she is. Our first thought is, let's find this baby. Help us.
Like I said, I don't know for sure that my mom has her. If I didn't, I would just tell you to get over with.
To get it over with.
But I have to take
because it's the right thing to do.
to find her.
But to get it over with or because it's the right thing to do?
But I don't know for sure.
Now listen. You know more than you're telling us. Please don't hold back. Honestly, we've got, this is no shit, we've got 10 billion people out here doing whatever we need to do working on this case, baby. And we get that many more if we thought we needed to. But right now, it all boils down, really, 90% of it in my mind boils down to what's happening right here, right now, in this room with you. Because you hold that key. Okay? I want to ask you one more time, maybe in a little different way.
Okay.
You, right here, right now, we've got internet, cell phones, everything. We can give you access to things. You had access to a phone at some point this morning. Out of everything in the world you could have been doing, why did you only call your mom? We need to know that.
I think she has Evelyn.
You think she has Evelyn? You think she has Evelyn, or you know?
I don't know she does because she wouldn't tell me.
Well, okay. What makes you think she has Evelyn?
Just because the way she's been acting and stuff like that.
So you think she's okay? You think Evelyn's okay?
I hope she is.
That's not right.
I don't think Mom would do anything to hurt her. I think she's okay, yes, but I just don't know where she's at. But every time I would try to ask Mom anything about it, she'd just beat around the bush and be like, well, you don't need to talk to him.
Was that yesterday or the day before?
Whenever she dropped me off.
Days are running together now, right?
Oh,
But they are for me.
whenever she dropped me off.
I get it. Okay?
They don't
Okay.
believe her.
Think, instead of your mom, I'm writing down Angel. It's easier for me. Thinks Angel knows something. That transforms into thinks Angel has Evelyn. You're not out here calling Ethan saying, where's my baby? Because last night that was the story. I think Ethan had him. Okay? You say Ethan had Evelyn on December 26th. Okay? It's time for us to lay it all out there. We know that's not true. Okay? Ayden didn't have her on Christmas. We know that's not true. Okay? Are you tracking me?
Okay, if I tell you what happened, am I going to be in trouble for not telling it the first time?
Lord Jesus. What did I tell you last night? We want to know where Evelyn is. We are concerned about Evelyn's health. Okay? Will be. But put that last night's 3.5 hours in the past. Okay? Talk about right here, right now. Tell us where Evelyn is.
Okay, Mom came and got her from my trailer.
When?
I was working and Mom came over to my trailer to babysit.
When?
I don't know exactly. It was
Today? Yesterday?
No, it
3
was
days
like
ago?
a week or so after I started work because I had nobody else to watch.
When did you start work?
The 2nd.
Of December?
Yeah.
The 2nd of December?
Yeah.
Okay, 12/2. Angel got Evelyn.
No, it was a week after that.
Okay.
It was my second week of work, I'm sorry.
Around 12/7?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens next?
Well, she stayed at my trailer for a little bit. And
Who
she
stayed at your trailer?
Mom.
At the trailer at Buffalo Road?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know I told you this. I was at that trailer last night. Okay?
Yeah.
I looked in it. I looked around it. I looked everywhere for Evelyn. I looked in the shed. Okay? I know where that trailer is.
Okay.
Evelyn was in that trailer the first week of December.
Yes.
What happens next?
Okay. Mom got mad at me and she left. And she took Evelyn with her.
With your permission?
No.
Okay. When was this? Same day?
No, it was a couple days after. She stayed with me for maybe like 3-4 days.
So what day are we talking about? The 10th, 11th, 12th December or something?
Around that time.
12. Okay, 10. And then what happens?
I didn't talk to her for over a month. And then she called the chicken shack and said that she needed to talk to me.
When did she call the chicken shack?
Sometime in January. I don't remember the exact date.
Angel called.
It would have had to been after like, I want to say it was maybe like, I went to court the day that she called me.
Why were you? For what?
Reckless driving.
Okay, where at?
Washington County.
Okay, right. Court, Washington County, the day she called you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What happens next?
She took me to her place to Elizabeth and Evelyn was not there. She would not answer any questions about her. All she would tell me was that she was okay and if I gave her time, she would give her back to me.
So Angel took Maggie to Elizabeth.
To that house on Jenkins Hollows Road.
Okay. Evelyn is not there.
No.
This is still in January.
Mm-hmm.
About the first week, second week of January.
Yeah.
Angel says she's safe. Right? You believe her?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then what? We're getting closer.
She kept saying that if I just gave her time, she'd give her back to me and stuff like that. And then yesterday when she was like, we're going to Virginia, I was like, is that where Evelyn is? Is that where Evelyn is? Are you taking her to me? And she wouldn't answer me.
Okay, let me ask you this. When is the last time you saw Evelyn alive?
Whenever Mom left with her.
When? Back in December? Okay. Who has seen Evelyn alive since then?
Just Mom.
So,
how would she know?
What do you think happened?
I don't know if she's up in Virginia, somebody that Mom knows, because she used to like stay up there or something.
Why would she take her from you and not give her back?
I don't know.
Why in the hell did you not tell us this to begin with?
I thought maybe she might do something, you know, like trying to get to her.
Thought your mom might do something? I can understand that.
Sorry.
Listen to me. We want to find this baby.
I thought she might take off there somewhere, and I just never find her again, so I was telling her I wasn't talking to you all about her or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Maggie, how can we find Evelyn?
I don't know where she's at. I tried to call her yesterday. You know, I tried to call her all day yesterday. We went to exit 7, tried to find her, couldn't find her. I don't know.
What's the one thing you want most in this world right now?
Have Evelyn back.
Where do we go? Where do I leave from here right now? Where do I send 40 people? Where do I send 100 people? Where do I send a plane?
I don't know if she's in Bristol, Virginia or not. I don't know if yesterday.
Who is she going to be with other than, if she's not in that car, where else is she going to be in?
Will have the truck.
Okay? Will's the boyfriend. The cloud.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the world, and look, again, I'm not the dope police, I don't give a damn. Who on her dope hang, who does she hang out with in the dope circle? Because we know she's a doper. Let's just be honest, we know it.
Her brother.
Who's that?
Travis, Joe.
Okay. Travis, where's he live?
Somewhere in Bristol, I don't talk to him.
How old is he?
A little bit older than she is.
Okay. Is that where she getting her dope from?
I mean, I don't know. Will's friend does stuff like that, dude.
Okay. Who can we call and send a message and get word to Angel and say, we don't care about your dope, we care about Evelyn?
The only numbers that are to reach are the ones that I've given you all.
Okay.
Or that you all already have.
Do you have them memorized? Tell me one more time.
375.
375.
11.
I'm going to turn this off, but 867-5309.
366.
366.
867-5309.
423.
Yeah.
Okay.
647.
867-5309. I know it's on the screen, but
39423. And which one, you told me yesterday one of those was Will's number.
That's the 647 number.
Okay, and then you knew something specific about another one. Which one was it?
The 375 is a text now number, and the middle number is Will's dad's number.
Will's dad? Why did I tell you your mom's?
Because she would call that all of it.
Have you seen, heard, FaceTime, tweeted, Instagrammed anything since 12/10 to see Evelyn alive?
No.
Has your mom sent you any pictures? Nothing? Text message? Alright. One more thing we need to help us. Will you help us? I need your Google account login information. I need your Facebook account login information. Are you willing to give that to me?
Do I have to?
You're not forced to, but okay, you're not under any obligation.
I want to talk to the attorney first.
Okay, that's fine. You want to talk to an attorney about the Google part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can we leave that off in the distance and continue talking about Evelyn?
Yeah.
You're good with that?
Yeah.
that was
Because we're
smart.
trying to make sure she's safe. Okay?
Okay.
And with this Google, Instagram, iCloud, whatever, we don't care about dope. Okay? No, I don't know zero. That's what's in your head. We don't care about dope. We care about Evelyn. So since you have just told us this, things have changed. Gears are switching. We're trying to find her on the move. We're trying to find Mom right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be angry with you, but we've lost 3 days. Well, I'm just thinking about from last night, we've lost 12 hours, okay? From the first time I talked to you, we've lost 3 days. Almost 3 days. So, where can we go find Mom?
I had a honest gospel drilling face I know she'd be at.
Alright. What you need? Yeah. Sorry. Is there anything else I can get you to make you comfortable? Are you hungry? You want food? You want a Mountain Dew? Coffee? You need to go to the bathroom? You sure? Okay.
I'm sorry, I thought she'd leave with her if I told you all anything and you all were trying to talk.
But we're not worried, we're not asking for apologies. No, I'm had that. I'm not, nobody's mad. Okay? Okay? Whenever, well, we'll get to that in a minute. What else, look, we know you said you didn't have a phone in this time period. We've got some evidence that suggests otherwise. Okay?
What phone period?
Yeah.
I thought that my phone towards the end of December. I used hundreds after that.
What is that phone you had?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Was the story about you smashing it, is that true?
I sold it.
Okay. I'm not looking to get you in trouble for that. At this point, I don't care if you smashed it, sold it. Throw it in the river, okay? Who'd you sell it to?
A little kiosk at Kroger.
Kroger where?
I threw it in the river?
Like you dump it in the machine? Yeah, an echo thing? Yeah. Okay.
I thought she said I threw it in the river.
What can we do now? Alright. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we've been trying to do.
They know it's a lie.
Give us just a second. We're right back. You need anything? You sure? Thank you. Can you hang out and help us find Evelyn? Yeah, do that for us? Okay. I'm gonna take all my notes so I can get everything straight here, okay? We're right back. I'm trying to... You need to make a phone call. You wanna call, you wanna talk to anybody, you wanna talk to your dad?
Can you call him?
I'll be glad to call him. He called me while we were sitting.
Can you not tell him what I told you though?
What do you want me to tell him?
Just that you don't know what's going on.
Okay. I'll call him in. I'm not gonna call him right this second, but I will, okay?
Thank you.
If you need anything, knock, be on this door, put your head out the window. Get you something to drink or anything.
Looks like we get a lunch break here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been informed that your lunch is here, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back about 1:15 or so.
One stand, please.
All right, we're going to go to lunch. Let's see. Don't think we get any more audio here, just making sure. We get a lunch break. They're going to be back at 1:15, which means we're going to be back at 1. That's a short lunch for us. Only gives us about 45 minutes, but that's cool. That works. I can run to the post office and drop off all these stickers we're sending out. Looks like lunch it is. Check and make sure they don't come back. We're going to portal over to our afternoon. Yep, we're done. We're portaling over to our afternoon placeholder where Kim R is already first in chat. That's amazing. Kim, you're quick. Just barely made it. This is a frustrating testimony to listen to as she tells lie after lie. You look at the body language of the detective sitting there with their arms folded on their chest. They are frustrated as all get out, and they're not lying to her when they say we've got all these people ready to move. We've got teams on the ground. We can get planes in the air. We've got crews back in a couple different locations, just trying everything to chase down all these possible leads, and they've been chasing lie after lie from her, and then she tells another one, and the tears turn on when she gets in the corner and she has to bring out another lie. Let's see. They're unraveling quickly. You can see when she says, "Can you not tell my dad what I told you?" Please don't tell everyone about the different lies, because then it will unravel faster. And he might have evidence to the contrary. But all right, we've got a great group here. Please click a couple things before you go. Click the subscribe button and ring the bell. Be notified, and we'll also portal over to the next stream as we're going to continue gavel to gavel on this throughout the day. And then tonight, I'm going to be the guest interviewee on Courtroom Confidential. So we'll portal to that tonight. The Courtroom Confidential channel is amazing. Joshua Ritter is fantastic. I love spending some time with him, getting to know him a little bit. Look forward to doing a little bit more with him in the future. But that interview with some details about me you might not know airs tonight. I think I told him some things I'd never told anybody else. So I don't know. We'll see what they cut out and what they kept in. But that's going to be tonight. I'll be there in chat watching that with you as well. So let's get ready to go to lunch. Her mom has not testified yet. We also have not got the ME. We are super close to 64,000 subscribers. I think it could happen this week. Could be awesome. If you can help out by clicking the button, that would be wonderful. I'm frustrated for these detectives as I hear this this interview go on, and you know they're lying, and they call her out on the lies over and over, and I'm just like, they're so restrained, they didn't just reach across the table and like, tell me. True professionals. I look forward to seeing this resolve as they cracked the case and knew pretty from the early on that the one person they needed to focus on was the person there in that room with them, and nobody else was involved. So, all right, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe. Till we go live again in about 45 minutes. We'll be back here in court for the afternoon session. This video is going to continue, possibly. I think it might continue. We'll see where this leads us and where the defense tries to lead us as well. You guys have yourselves a wonderful lunch. We'll see you in a bit. Bye.